Welcome back to the Redacted podcast, America's most beloved podcast, the most downloaded Red Sox podcast in the world. What a weird vibe this is going to be. It's going to be a super weird vibe because we're coming into it's supposed to be a positive podcast, positive flight, positive podcast flying to Tampa after a 3-game sweep of the Detroit Tigers. But we're recording this at 8:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we still don't really have an official update on Adam Duvall, which is kind of where everyone's heads are at right now, because if you missed it in the 9th inning, he went to make a catch, ball popped out of his glove, and it looked like his hand popped out of its wrist socket. So it's not a good situation. Usually you go for x-rays and you can get those results in like 15, 20 minutes. And the fact that it's been hours after the game, we still don't have an update. And what was it? Chris Smith of Mass Live texted Heim, and Heim said that they won't have an update on Duvall until tomorrow. You're probably listening to this the day of. Maybe you already have the Duvall news if you're listening to this. We don't have it in this time machine. It's not. I don't feel good about it based on the Scoop Shop. Scoop Shop doesn't. Scoop Shop has not been super positive. But again, I feel like we relay what we hear in the Scoop Shop on the podcast, and then people attach it to us as like breaking news. And I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is that it doesn't sound super great, and that doesn't make me feel good because Adam Duvall has been one of the biggest, if not the biggest, offensive spark plug for this team that has more or less depended on their offense to win baseball games more so than their pitching, which has not been great.
And you like mentioned the context on it. It's like it was the same wrist injury he's coming off of from a year before, the torn tendon sheath. Like that's the wrist he grabbed when it happened. So, yeah. And he knew it immediately. It wasn't one of those things where the trainers came out and it was like, all right, let's see if he can kind of get it going. No, he's like, I'm coming off the field right fucking now. This is a problem.
Yeah. That's the other thing is we don't have any medical experts weighing in on this, but Adam Duvall knows what it feels like to have a fucked wrist. And if he's like, I'm coming out of this game, like this isn't something that I can shake off, then that's not super great. Not to start off super negative on a sweep podcast, but in that same 9th inning, Rafael Devers got smoked on the hand, stayed in the game, played defense in the bottom half, but getting hit on the hand, I mean, like that's what happened to fucking Trevor Story last year. So I'm not trying to put any bad juju in the universe, but I feel like if it weren't for the Adam Duvall wrist injury, I think we would have at least spent some time on Rafael Devers getting hit on the hand. So Coley's here. Oh,
positivity
shit.
horn.
The positivity horn is back. Coley Mick is back. The Red Sox swept the Tigers. Took 4 days to win 3 games, but they did it. One of the games, they scored 14 runs. Got a great outing from Cutter Crawford. Started off with the good vibes in the series opener, catching a dub. Again, Tyler, one more time. Yeah, one more time. One more time. Because the Red Sox, we picked them to win 2 out of 3 besides Jake, who said sweep. Jake was right again.
Suck on
That's right, Jake. Suck on it. He picked the correct sweep. We got the Sox sweeping the Detroit Tigers in Detroit. People forget this team went to the World Series a decade ago. Very good. One more time. Very good club. Very good club. Prince Fielder, David Price, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, Miguel Cabrera batting 7th in this lineup. You kidding me? Miguel Cabrera is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's batting 7th. And the Red Sox swept this fucking team. So let's stay positive. Let's keep our hopes up here and get some thoughts from the McMahon.
I don't know if it was my internet. It seems like it's yours that you just cut out.
Definitely Jared's.
That's fine. It's all
well. The best,
it's all recorded.
The best part. No, I know. I understand how Riverside works, but when you come back after like 10 seconds of nothingness on our end, and you're just like, Miguel Cabrera is on this team. It's very funny. Do you think Manfred, I know he's listening, he's a big fan of the show. Do you think he can institute like a loan, like a soccer loan style program? Because I don't, and Tyler might leave when I say this, I don't want 5 more years of Javi Baez, but I'll take the rest of the season of Javi Baez. We can put Kiké back in center where he's, is good at baseball as opposed to shortstop. And then we can have a shortstop, which is, it fixes 2 problems here. Duvall, his whole arm fell off, so he's done. And yeah, then you get 2 guys playing their natural positions. Thoughts?
Well, Big Bob is on a plane to Tampa. Bobby Dalbec is flying a bird down south. He's going to the
That does not deserve the positivity horn. That's not a
what? To play which position?
What? He's playing shortstop.
No, the fuck he's not.
Shortstop. What? Yes, he is.
No, the fuck he's not.
Why not?
You want to watch Bobby Dalbec play shortstop?
He was fine.
Bobby Dalbec is playing shortstop for the Boston Red Sox. They've got a bunch of lefties coming up. Shane McClanahan will get to the fucking stop and shop look ahead later in the program. But the Red Sox got nothing but lefties thrown their way, and they can't go Tapia. They can't go Duran. They need a righty bat, and it's gonna be Big Bob.
No,
that was what I appreciated most about today. If we want to talk positivity. Tristan Casas being like, you will not bench me against lefties. I promise you. I see him better than righties thus far.
Verdugo, too.
Yeah, Verdugo had a good game, too.
Not that Verdugo is going to get benched against lefties, but Alex Cora was like, listen, we want you to be our leadoff guy, but we're not going to have you bat leadoff against lefties until you prove that you can hit lefties. And then he got some hits off of lefties in this series. Yeah.
I will say the amount of crazy disrespect Tristan Casas has had on the timeline the last week or so, people already calling him Bobby Dalbec. Sorry, Jared, I don't mean to insult you.
That's not an insult.
Oh, no, if someone called me Bobby Dalbec, I'd start crying. I'd legit break down into tears. That is as mean as something you can say to somebody.
That's not, I mean, Bobby Dalbec is not one of like the 10 most like overhyped first base prospects of the past 20 years. Like he's not even close. Like Lars Anderson, no offense to Lars Anderson, like that's the bottom of the totem pole here. Bobby's way better than that.
No, there's levels to it for sure, but like dog shit, cat shit, it's all different shit. It's still shit at the end of the day.
No.
Yes.
Bobby Dalbec at shortstop for your Boston.
Hold on. Is this actually the plan, or are you just saying this?
Why else would he be going to Tampa?
Okay, well,
let me paint the picture.
Listen, I don't know if
he's not going to play the outfield.
I don't know if the whole thing's a bit. Does this mean Kiké's back in center?
Yeah.
Okay, this is fine. I'm fine with this.
I don't think that's how it's going to play.
Bobby's been playing some shortstop for the Woo Sox already.
He played shortstop for the Red Sox last year. Like that's
what I'm saying. He's a natural third baseman.
But with the lefties coming up, you can play Rob Refsnyder in center field.
No.
He's your lefty masher. He played center field for you last year. I don't think they'll be scared to put Refsnyder in center field. If they're willing to play Ramil Tapia out there, that alone, that he's not a center fielder. He is a left fielder, probably at best. And they're going to go fake it in center field with him. So they'll fake it in center field with Rob Refsnyder.
You're being pretty negative. You're being negative.
I'm not being negative.
It's pretty negative.
Pretty negative.
Do you guys want that?
You called him Domingo. That's pretty negative.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call him a quadruple A reliever. 2020
you don't even know
trauma.
his name. Jake, what do you hope happens here?
I mean, I'm still reeling because it was a great sweep for me personally because I got to tweet out the DraftKings odds right away, and then I just got punched in the face with Duvall. But I could do a little Bobby at short.
Yeah, why not?
What are the other options? Rafaela, he's on the 40, man.
He's in Double A.
No.
They didn't even want to put him in Triple A because he can't stop swinging
Bob's
shit
playing
outside of the zone.
shortstop. That's how deep we are at shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
Kiké, as bad as it's been, listen, 5 errors. He has 5 errors on the year right now.
Six.
Is it 6? They changed it today?
Yeah. They said on the broadcast it was a 6th error unless they changed it.
They did end up ruling that an error, the one at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to give him that one, and I'm also going to give him a 7th for the lazy pop fly that he just didn't even make an attempt at against the Pirates. So he's up to 9.
Coors called him robotic at this point.
Robotic?
That's how he described him.
In what way?
Just his, he's not playing with the usual Kiké looseness, athleticism. He just kind of looks a little stiff out there.
Oh. I mean, because in the Terminator, the robots were badass.
Yeah.
They were a problem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't want to fuck with those robots. So you're going to have to be more specific if you're going to call Kiké a robot.
Kiké hasn't been that guy.
I mean, it's still early.
He's not. He needs to match those words.
And he will. First of all, it's cold out.
Okay.
What? It's fucking cold out there.
Oh wow. The cold was really slowing down Adam Duvall.
I mean,
where's he at?
Just today.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was.
Whoa.
You're talking about negativity.
Are you kidding me? Right
I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
Look at yourself.
I'm sorry.
That was bad.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. It's cold. Might have been a factor there. On a hot day, maybe he makes that catch.
Duvall did catch that ball before his wrist did the snappy thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was in his glove.
What do you think he was trying to prove there? When the game was over, let it fall. Let it drop, dude.
Yeah.
I would have taken the blown 9th inning. I would have given up the 3 runs. What was it? Or 4 runs, whatever it was at the time, and lost the game to keep Duvall healthy.
Who the fuck? The next guy would have ground into a double play. The Tigers are awful. The Tigers stink. What a bad baseball team. I don't want to hear Spencer Torkelson's name ever again. Not once.
I mean, first of all, shout out ASU, Spencer Torkelson. My first impression was Adam Duvall was such a late signing that we can't sit here and say the season's over if Adam Duvall's really hurt. We just can't do it. They signed him in fucking April.
It's kind of a pathetic thing to say.
They signed JD super late.
Good point.
He sucks. Did you see him last night? He did the thing again where he hit a fucking ground ball and was running down the line and fucking here's the base and here's his foot. He stepped right in front of the base and just ran right over.
Oh, the Torkelson?
It was actually
there you go.
No, JD. It was the game-ending double play. Yeah. I love JD, but he loves doing that. He just loves miscalculating where the base is running down the first.
Well, that's PTSD from twisting his ankle in 18, just jogging out to right.
Yeah.
It's always been bad with bases. Yeah, the ankle injury. You mean 21, right, Coley? When he flipped over in Washington. Yeah.
Although he hurt his ankle in 18 too, right?
Yeah, in the World Series. And remember we watched the fucking World Series DVD at the office, and we were doing live commentary of the DVD.
Yeah.
And I was like, this team is so good that they didn't even to create some sort of adversity. They didn't even mention that JD almost ripped his fucking leg off in the World Series and just kept playing and kept hitting doubles, kept hitting home runs. The dude was hurt.
Very hurt.
I remember talking to him the night that it happened. He was like, yeah, it's swollen as fuck, but it's the World Series. Dude's fucking ankle was swollen. And he just goes back out there and just socking homers. Not even to mention the DVD.
And he had to play defense because it was in LA. It was
yeah.
What were we for? We were are we gonna have to move Mookie to second? We were doing some strange math when JD twisted his ankle.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild time. But yeah, everyone forgets that because he played through it.
Oh, because he sucks.
Yeah, that's true. He hit. I didn't see the clip, but he hit an RBI triple last night. I was like, I need to see that tape. His fat ass.
Legging out a triple. Did he just run directly to third, home to third?
I don't know. Yeah. Just hope no one notices.
That would explain how the Dodgers keep getting all these fake wins during the regular season.
I mean, they just got torched by the D-backs today.
Good.
Yeah.
They got fucking Outman and Hayward hitting 6 home runs a game. Not a real team.
That's unfair. Anyways, this MLB season, you can turn every Red Sox win into You can turn every Red Sox win into a win for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Join me and this podcast in our efforts to strike out cancer by pledging a donation to the Jimmy Fund for each Red Sox win this year. Sign up today and DraftKings will match each donation up to $25,000 total. Every dollar makes a difference in the lives of cancer patients and their families in Boston and around the world. Visit pledgeit.org/JimmyFund to make your pledge today. Again, that is pledgeit.org/JimmyFund. Shout out to the Jimmy Fund for getting involved. That's cool. Is there, I mean, I know that the Red Sox swept the series. Is there anything that you want to mention positive right now? Cutter Crawford looked good.
Yeah, I think it's the entire rotation. Second time through, it's a 3.15 ERA so far.
I didn't love, I mean, I know that like the line, the box score looks good for Sale, but you couldn't have loved watching that.
I did.
I think some people were like so negative on it overall. Like, don't get me wrong. The 8 balls to start the game, the 2 walks, the Jake Rogers homer,
that.
Not ideal.
The velocity was not good. The location was not good.
But it got cleaned up towards the end. It would have been, he would have retired his last 7 batters in a row if it wasn't for Kiké Hernandez and his defensive greatness at shortstop.
Whoa, dude.
I'll also say the home run I actually took as a positive because that umpire fucking sucked. And that first pitch he threw was a strike on the inside corner. And Dickhead McGee behind the dish called it a ball. So Sale goes, what the fuck? And then he goes, all right, I'm going to go a little more inside this time because I know this guy can't hit this goddamn pitch. When you call a strike, and he came too far inside because he was overcompensating for the fucking blind umpire. And then it got taken yard. I put like the fact that he was even able to come inside after hitting his spot perfectly before that. Like I viewed that as and like he settled in after that. He was completely fine. So Sale making it through 2 starts, we haven't seen that in many years. So I view that as a huge positive.
That is actually true.
And like no matter what, he's missing bats. Like it's not like he's not striking guys out. Yeah, the velo was down a little bit. He still topped out at 95 maximum. Like I think that's just what it is for a guy like Chris Sale in his mid-30s. We saw that with David Price. Some days you're going to have the fastball when you're in your mid-30s, and some days it's going to be a tick lower. But the biggest thing for me is the command. And the command, it comes and goes. That's the biggest thing we've seen the first 2 starts so far. And this is for a guy who had the greatest strikeout to walk ratio in Major League history. That's Chris Sale, someone who had that great command and could miss bats. It's going to take a little bit, but it's a step forward. It wasn't a step back. So yeah, this is why the Red Sox keep saying we're not putting anything on him. We're not making him the ace. It's none of that. He just needs time. And I think that's what it is. We'll have some clunkers. We'll have some iffy starts, and you hope by June or July, he really hits the ground running.
I wasn't even making a joke about him completing 2 starts. Like literally last year, he shoved against Tampa, came out the next game, broke his fucking hand in the first inning. So it's like, I genuinely view that as a positive, and I'm sure he does too. Like it's one step in front of the other for him. And I couldn't be happier with even the first game. I didn't leave like, oh man, fuck this guy. I was just like, that's one after one day at a time. And I think it really is that simple because I mean, his slider, I don't even know if we say that word anymore based on like the only thing I've seen in baseball now is slutter. So I don't even know if sliders are
sweeper.
Yeah, like the fucking slider he threw, that looks as good as ever. So I'm not even too worried about his velo because I do think his control outside of like a couple bad pitches has been pretty good for a guy who genuinely hasn't played baseball like pre-pandemic. When was the last time? Was it 19?
So the last time that Chris Sale made back-to-back starts, Travis Shaw was on the team, and he's been retired for a year. So it's been a while. So that's a good point by Coley. Let's take what we can get. Let's not expect too much too soon. The box score looks great. But I think as Red Sox fans, baseball fans, we're conditioned to see Chris Sale on a big league mound and expect dominance. But the slutter did look good. There was that one clip, I think Codify tweeted out, and Scope was at the plate, and he thought the mic picked up Scope saying, "What the fuck was that?" to the slider, but it was Sale saying, "Where the fuck was that?" to the umpire. But he looked good. He looked good enough. He got the job done.
And Crawford looked unbelievable too. I think the Red Sox should seriously consider as a strategy, you keep one guy in the rotation who's only there to pitch against bad teams. Don't waste good pitchers on those teams. Like Cutter Crawford should be pitching almost exclusively against, like kind of how you platoon righties and lefties. Like, yeah, this is our guy who shuts down shitty teams. Like, this is our guy who just absolutely shoves it down the throat of sub 500 teams. That should be a legitimate strategy.
Cutter Crawford guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think he can. He had a really good start against the Yankees last year. Am I remembering that right?
Astros too.
Yeah, so like I think he's a little better than that. I'm still wearied. I think I'm just scorned by all the other guys we've yet to develop. Like we've had so many guys come up over the years, so I'm hesitant to dub him anything yet. But I do think he has a role, not even just on the roster, but in the rotation. I think it'd be kind of wasteful to put him in the bullpen.
I agree with that.
I like him more than Houck as a starter.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yes. So, yes. And that's not a knock on Tanner Houck. It's more just playing to his strengths.
Right.
Like you see Tanner Houck and he looks dominant his first couple innings. And it's not that he falls apart towards the end, but that's just been a Tanner Houck thing. He sees the lineup twice and that's it. And I don't, how many pitches did he get pulled at? Because I know that everyone was complaining about that.
I think he was right around 70.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because Cutter got pulled today at like 64. Maybe Tanner was like 68 or something. But the other thing with Houck, it's like the lefties. He really hasn't figured out a way to get lefties out. It's the Cutter, right? He's trying to implement that. It comes and goes. How many more?
74.
Yeah. So he could have got another inning. I think you could have said that throughout the last couple starts overall. Maybe another inning out of Sale, another inning out of Cutter today, but Cora said he was going to protect these guys and he's pulling them early. Does it make me a little nervous when the Red Sox bullpen has the most innings and batters face of any team in the league? Yeah, but hopefully starting this turn or maybe the one after that, especially with Whitlock and Bayo coming in and some of these arms going to the bullpen, you got to kind of pick your spots. You don't want to have another Adam Ottavino situation or what you did to John Schreiber last year.
Yeah, I think it's misleading or deceiving because there's going to be moving parts. Like Bayo is projected for what, Thursday?
No, he's Sunday, probably best case scenario. He's going to make a rehab start Tuesday.
So who's first?
Whitlock.
Is Whitlock first?
Yeah, Whitlock returns to the rotation on Tuesday against the Rays.
Oh, okay. So then Whitlock Tuesday and then you would have Bayo Sunday against the Angels.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And Paxton through today.
Yeah.
Hit 96.
Been trying to tell you. Paxton's like my dark horse. Like I think that Paxton could be a guy that the Red Sox lean on for innings. Definitely. At least. It's a guy that, especially if he's blowing 96, like you go into the season with what, 9 potential fucking starters. Like some of them you view as relievers, some of them whatever, but you're going to be mixing and matching like that. That's just what you're going to, what are you laughing at?
I thought you were going to say 9 aces.
You're just going into the season with 9 aces.
I thought you were going to do like the Photoshop of the 5 aces cover and then just with 4 more aces on top of it.
Yeah, we got 9 aces, dude.
I do think we have a potential beef coming up, though, if Paxton gets right.
What do you mean?
So Sean McAdam put it out in a column yesterday, and I remember during spring training, there was like, it was starting to get out there. Nick Pivetta took it very harshly when he started to get projected to not be in the rotation. And apparently he approached a reporter at MLB Network who mentioned that and was kind of like confronting him. He got upset when Cora put him as the 5th pitcher in the rotation, even though he did that because he was worried he wasn't going to get enough innings out of Houck and Crawford. So this was like a way to confirm innings at the end of the first turn. But the Red Sox have said they view Paxton as a starter. That's how they want to use him. They don't want to put him in a situation he hasn't been in. So if you just do the math in your head, Nick Pivetta is the odd man out. They're not going to kick Kluber to the bullpen.
Kluber's the best we got, man. You know, you can win with a bunch of threes. Let's not be negative here. Come on.
Hey, don't put Brian Bale in that 3 category.
Honestly, Whitlock either. Whitlock, I don't care what anyone tries to remember about last year. He was money until he got hurt. Absolutely money.
Coley, continue, please. Keep going.
Like, I remember saying it. Like, Whitlock was like must-watch television when those first handful of starts.
The Angels and the Rays start. You remember how dominant those were?
The Rays specifically.
When Max Stassi hit a bomb into the fucking first row of the monster.
All right. And what did he do before that? He blew it by friggin' Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani.
I'm just saying that's a weird start to bring up. I believe he also lost.
Stassi is the realest of deals. Everyone says that.
Big Stas.
Yeah. But like once he hurt his hip, like there was a clear difference in who he was prior to and after. If he's healthy, I'm all in on Whitlock being better than a 3. And I don't even view 3 as an insult.
I'll add into the mix. Garrett Whitlock made his last rehab start. 6 innings. Didn't give up a hit until the 5th inning. Jared. 8 Ks.
You know what's crazy is before we went on the air, Tyler was calling him Garrett Shitlock.
Whoa.
Before. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're supposed to be his biggest supporter.
Hold on. Jake, can you speak up for me here as someone that was listening and part of this crew before any of this happened? Did I say that?
I mean, I was trying to start the pod because we started late. You just kept going Shitlock. I'm like, can you shut up for a sec? So
fuck you, Jake. Garrett, please do not listen to them. I would never do that to you.
Yeah. I was surprised because you've been the biggest Whitlock honk, and then I started to kind of turn a corner.
Stop
and be like, let's see this guy in the rotation.
Don't start spreading this. The amount of Caleb Ort bullshit I've had to listen to.
Whoa, dude. First of all,
what you've created for this man.
Hold on. You are the biggest baseball savant geek of all time. And if you look at Caleb Ort's baseball savant page, this guy is Pedro Martinez, the way that his stuff plays.
I'll say, shout out Red Sox and stuff, who we've settled our beef. I'm happy to have said that. He alerted me to the Stuff Plus leaderboard. Now, Caleb
thank you, by the way. I got you unblocked.
Thank you. I've looked at the leaderboard. He has fallen a bit. He's, I believe, 23rd now amongst relievers. But he has
the best stuff on the team.
Yes, I think Chris Martin's a couple spots behind him currently.
Coley, are you part of the fucking support group?
My only problem with hashtag support is you can't have him and Braiser back there. That's my only problem with it.
He's past Braiser to me.
Listen, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm saying they both can't be out. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you, but I mean, you're going to have to make a move very soon. And when you look at a guy like Caleb Ort, who has options, and Ryan Braiser, who doesn't, you're making the choice between, all right, see you later, Braiser, or you're saying, I kind of see potential in both, so let's option Caleb Ort for right now and keep Braiser in the pen. Caleb Ort is him. Right. He's the fucking best reliever we got.
All right, Jared, I don't mean to hurt your feelings.
Hold on. He fucking throws 100, Tyler, and you know that.
I saw him hit 99, but I'll be honest with you. They let him go out there and pitch in front of his family. I thought it was very ironic that his family and Winkowski's family were at this series, so it was really Milliken versus Carrabis. And obviously Winkowski clears Ort by quite a bit. But
I actually heard that Caleb Ort had way more family members than Josh Winkowski did.
Good for him. I will say they threw Ort out there with a 12-run lead, a 10-run lead, whatever it was, and they said, "Hey, go have fun."
He can't like.
He's not Pat Light.
If the Red Sox score 14 runs, you think that's Caleb Ort's fault? Like now you're just picking weird battles with the guy.
Do you think if Core was sitting there, who's like, "Listen, I really need to manage this bullpen so that tomorrow if we go for the sweep here."
He needed work. Are you fucking stupid? Do you know how to manage?
Can you let me
bullpen?
clean up here before you start speaking so stupidly? If you go back and you look at what Ort was doing, they sent him out there to burn the arm. They're like, whatever, let him go throw an inning. Let's throw our least important reliever out there so we save our best bullets for tomorrow.
This is not what happened at all. I actually just got off the phone with John Henry.
Don't even.
And he was like, and he told me
John Henry's not calling shots for our bullpen.
He was like, are we just going to have Caleb Ort's entire family at the game and not have him pitch? Do you get that? Do you get that?
The offense
Like, if you
wanted to make him feel good, so they just gave him the biggest lead of all time.
Tyler, what's the highest level of baseball that you ever played? What's the highest level of baseball you ever played?
I'm not going to say it.
Answer the question. Did you play high school baseball?
8th grade.
Okay, so no. There's no feeling like having your family at the game. They're there to see you pitch. I did it all the time. And there would be time, and this is a true story. Saugus High versus fucking Gloucester. I take you back to 2007.
Gloucester?
Fantastic year.
My family's at the game, right?
There's no way
this girl
Gloucester
that I just
has a team.
Yep. And this girl that I just started dating, she came. It was the first time ever coming to one of my games, and I know I'm not pitching in this game. I go up to my coach. I'm like, "Hey, Skip, can I just go fucking warm up so it looks like you're ready to release the Kraken?" He's like, "Yeah, go down there."
He's
so
like, "You're not even on the team. Do whatever you want."
I go down there and just chuck 20 bullets. Just unleash the fury in this bullpen session. Then after the game, you can be like, yeah, I mean, like we were losing by 9. Obviously, they're not going to waste me on these fucking slapdicks. Like, sorry, my offense didn't have my back.
You lost.
You're making my point. Jared, you're making my point for me.
I didn't fucking have anything to do with it.
Dear
Jared, you're making my point for me. You're telling me that your coach valued you and decided not to waste your bullets. The Red Sox decided to waste Caleb Ort's bullets.
They didn't decide. No, they decided to put him out there because they knew how much it meant to his family.
9
that's
fucking junkies just running up the score. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Josh Winkowski's grandparents, first off, did they put Caleb Ort's family on TV? Fuck no. They put Josh Winkowski's family on TV. And what did he do? He went out there and tossed a scoreless 7th inning. Whoa.
They probably thought that Caleb Ort was Josh Winkowski.
We're going to be ageist now? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. They probably looked up at the radar gun and saw 99. They're like, that's our boy. But no, that was Caleb Ort.
No way in hell.
Yep.
Because simply just by looking at him, you can see the mustache. Does Caleb Ort have anything like Josh Winkowski's mustache? Fuck no.
I mean, the Orts as a family, they're a very busy family, Tyler. They can't just be coming to every Tigers game. Well, they had to throw them, yes. If they couldn't wait, they knew the Orts were busy on Sunday. You think they had time to go to another baseball game? Of course
His
not.
Third cousins were at the game.
It's the Orts.
That's exactly why it was so important for him to pitch in that game.
At the end of the day,
that's why he's a great manager.
If Caleb Ort was better than Josh Winkowski, they would have pitched Josh Winkowski in that spot the day before. But no, they said we need Josh Winkowski in case there's a tight game tomorrow. And what does Winkowski do? 97 mile per hour turbo sinkers. Can't touch him. I'm not saying
Josh Winkowski's not been great. He's been great. And I saw your quote. Can you pull that up? Actually, the Alex Cora quote on Josh Winkowski.
You know what? I would like. I'd
love for you to read that.
Hold on.
I would love for you to read that. Please read that. While you're doing that, the baseball season is in full swing, whether you're rooting for the home team or betting on your favorite player. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered for all this season's action. Right now, new customers can place a $5 pregame moneyline bet and get $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Plus, everyone can hit one out of the park with DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. Boost your winnings with each leg you add up to 100%. Jake, you had your own bet on the DraftKings Sportsbook. It was around the Red Sox sweeping. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was the Red Sox to sweep the Tigers.
And you obviously hit it.
Yeah, that hit.
Yeah. What were the odds?
It was plus 425.
Plus 425 if you bet Jake's Red Sox sweep bet before each and every Red Sox series. Join the big league action right now on DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Carrabis, Carrabis. New customers can bet just $5 on any pregame money line and get $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Only at the DraftKings Sportsbook with promo code Carrabis. Tyler, do you have the quote?
Yeah, you want me to read
it? Please.
So from Cora, this is him going into after Friday. The one that is intriguing us a lot is Winkowski, not Ort. I think he did an amazing job against the Pirates. He did a good job earlier against Baltimore. His stuff is ticking up. He's throwing 96, 97. This is a kid that last year he was caught up on the strikeouts, the swings and misses, and he's not doing that out of the bullpen. So he's a good one. We really like him.
I like him too.
More than Ort?
No.
Embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing. Compare the numbers. What are the numbers?
Oh, you don't want me to bring the numbers up.
They can't be that dissimilar.
Oh, they can.
Has Winkowski given up a run yet?
One. And it was in a three inning stint.
Spare me.
We got
the only runs that Ort has given up is in multiple innings of work, and we all know that he's a 1 inning guy. You just have to learn that. You have to manage. That's on Alex Cora, and you know that I never criticize my man.
I don't know if that's the case.
Definitely the case. What was it? Opening day, he gave up. He pitched a scoreless inning, and then he came back out for a second inning and gave up runs.
Gave up 2 against the Pirates as well. How quickly you forget.
No, it didn't happen.
We got Caleb Ort with the shining 6 ERA. He's been better than that. Listen, I'll tip my cap to Caleb Ort. He's past Ryan Braiser.
Okay,
up by for sure, no question.
We couldn't say that a week ago.
Whitlock on Tuesday. Are you DFAing Ryan Braiser or are you optioning Caleb Ort?
If I had
try to put your bias aside for one goddamn second.
Oh, I'd send Ryan Braiser to the fucking moon. I'm over it. I'm done. Giving up 3 runs like he did on Saturday was embarrassing. Just go out there and throw strikes, and he could not even do that. Same amount of strikes and walks so far this year. I'm done with it, but I think you made the point earlier. If Bloom can keep some of his depth, is he going to see a big enough gap between those two? Probably not, but I do think Caleb Ort has showed you something.
Mm-hmm. Coley?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Braiser has survived this long.
It's a great bit.
It's a bit. I don't know that it's a great bit. It's undoubtedly a bit. They've I don't have a problem keeping a pitcher who's only there to pitch when you're down a lot. I don't hate having a reliever that just does that. They've put Braiser into several scenarios he has no business being in. So that makes me super nervous. I just don't even like him being an option.
You're going to be even more nervous when the Dodgers pick him up and then he becomes
honestly, I don't care.
Third best reliever
I don't care. They can have
just
him.
Accept it.
They can have him. If they want to trade for him, even better. They can have him.
It's like one of those things, and I tweeted out the other day before Saturday, he had 3 straight scoreless outings. You just go to the Baseball Savant page. The dude gets hit so fucking hard. It's 4th percentile hard hit percentage. 4th percentile. So they're just squaring up whatever's in the zone.
Relievers on a whole, I don't hate Ryan. There are players that come through the Red Sox that I genuinely hate. I don't hate Ryan Braiser. He's done good things for this team. You can't get super attached to a ton of bullpen arms. They're just too volatile on a year-to-year basis. To your point, could he go to the Dodgers? Could he go to the Astros? Somewhere and look like a complete...
You know where he's going to go is Tampa.
Right, yeah, Jeffrey Spring. If Jeffrey Spring stayed on the Red Sox, he would be out of... he'd be working at McDonald's. He just would not be playing baseball. And that's not a Jeffrey Springs problem. That's a Red Sox... I know the Red Sox have a problem developing pitchers of any kind, really. So it's Jeffrey Springs being here would not... They've got another fucking guy that used to be in our bullpen who sucked here and is good.
Oh,
I don't remember. Fucking Casey Fossum. One of those guys.
Casey Fossum. Springs is the guy, though.
Right, he's the guy.
What did he do? He's just started throwing a changeup. He refused to throw one, and then he started throwing one Tampa, and now he's just the best pitcher.
It's unbelievable.
Crazy.
So it's infuriating. But yeah, Braiser, he's lasted longer than he should have. And it's not his fault by any means, but he's cooked. He's cooked food.
Mm. I mean, I actually remember the moment that Braiser took a turn, and it was that series in Chicago against the White Sox in 2019. That's I think he blew a game. The Red Sox were ahead, and he blew it, and I don't think he's ever really recovered. And that was 3 years ago. 4 years ago?
I feel he had one stretch since then, but nothing sustainable.
The 2021, when he came back from the dead for that last week and just kind of left it all out there and was screaming off the mound. That was something. That was, he shit the bed in the playoffs, but that was something.
Yeah. He didn't get the love he deserved because Hansel Robles outshined everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Where's he at?
Nowhere.
He's not playing baseball anymore?
I haven't heard his name. Well, I feel like someone picked him up after we got rid of him, but I don't know that he's on a roster.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now.
I'd bring him back. I think he pitched for the Dominican Republic in the World Baseball Classic.
He definitely did that.
Yeah. I'd bring back Hansel Robles.
Well, it's like
right
even
now.
the depth point though. Like I feel like it's pretty moot since they have this other guy. And to your point, there are Hansel Robles is available. If they fucking picked Braiser was not playing professional baseball when they signed him. Like just, there's no reason to be attached to him over Ort. Like I don't know what Ort could benefit from going back down. Like I feel like if a guy is hot, if a guy is playing the best he's played at this level, I feel like at this point it's only a negative to send him back down.
Yeah. The narrative about how do you pick Ryan Braiser over Matt Barnes, and Matt Barnes I love, one a great friend. He gave up a absolute piss missile to Starling Marte in Queens the other day. So I mean, it's not like,
dude, he's pitching the 6th inning for the Marlins. Like, let's grow up.
Spare me.
Seriously,
also,
like,
the credit to Barnes, that was a trade. Like Braiser did not have the value. Like the Marlins weren't like, oh, we'll take one of these two fucking guys. They were like, no, we'll take Barnes.
And like there was the other side of it. It was the money. Like he had a team option for the following year. That was part of it that they were able to get out of. Like Richard Blyer, he is what he is. Is he a lefty you really want to depend on against any righties? Hell no. He's basically a loogie pretending to be that. But you got that. He has a cheap team option for the following year. It's just you were willing to go and take the chance with Ryan Braiser because he showed you something in September. He fit your pitch philosophy because he threw a lot of strikes. But at that time, you didn't know that Josh Winkowski was about to be a guy in the bullpen, that he was going to go out there and kind of make this jump. So you do the math and you didn't know who was going to be healthy. You didn't know that James Paxton and Brian Bayo and Garrett Whitlock may all be right and that the whole rotation, fingers crossed, should be relatively healthy. Well, then that just kicks these guys all down. Like I'd put Zach Kelly ahead of Ryan Braiser, Cutter Crawford if he goes back to the bullpen, which I do think is an interesting conversation because if they need a AAA starter at this point, they don't want to go to Mata, Walter, or Murphy. So who's going to be the stretched out guy they're willing to lean on? Is it going to be a Pivetta in the bullpen? Is that what it's going to be? But then that's another spot in the bullpen you do not have room for that last guy anymore.
What if he's the move?
Pivetta?
Yeah.
In a perfect world, it's an interesting conversation, but because you have absolutely no idea where you're going to get innings from, then I don't know that you can do that to yourself.
While I get that, I mean, we're having a conversation about not having enough spots, and I don't think it makes sense I don't think it's fair to a guy to bounce him back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen all year. I can't imagine that's good for anyone's arm, so I don't want to do that to Crawford, especially during the season. If they want to bring him back as a reliever next year, fine.
I mean, Crawford did that last year.
Sure, yeah, and you saw how it went. Like he had some moments as a starter, and it wasn't sustainable. I don't think that's sustainable for a whole year. Plus, they've got like Jolie coming back. Like they have other bullpen arms coming, and it's like I do think towards the end of the year they'll want Mata. And if we're already saying Pivetta already doesn't like this idea of being a 5th starter, now we're talking about him as a 7th, 8th guy. You could DFA him, and I'm sure someone would put a claim in, and you could get single A 26-year-old or whatever the fuck back for him. Like I don't know that it's that crazy of an idea if he's already causing a fuss, and it's like, yeah, we don't really want to lose any bullpen guys. Our problem isn't with the bullpen. Our problem's a rotation logjam. And this is last year, right? He doesn't have any years moving forward, years of control.
Pivetta?
Does he?
He has one more. He'll be a free agent in 2025. Seriously, though, like, no, I feel you, Coley, but like that's the spot.
And I don't hate Pivetta either, but it's like
he's fine.
If we're looking at everything, that seems to make some logical sense.
It's like the talent level rises. Like when you have Bayo and Whitlock, part of that, that's just something you haven't had in years. We're trying to build until you have that depth. It's just it has to give somewhere, and it's good for the pitching staff. Like it's going to be a pretty talented staff with a good ceiling. It's just, we'll see. Who knows? You give it a week and injuries usually figure this kind of stuff out for you. Hopefully they don't, but I don't know. They're going to have tough decisions. I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Let's just hope they make the right ones.
But let's also be honest too. If we're needing Pivetta's innings because the rest of the rotation's hurt, this isn't a team that's doing anything. Like they will need to heavily rely on the top of their rotation, especially with Duvall being shot like a lame horse.
Mm. Plus, I think what did Middlebrooks tweet that like Bob is just kind of a stopgap that they're going to have to pursue other avenues.
I don't think that's
like Bob is just.
I don't think that's a crazy statement.
I don't think it's a crazy statement. It's more indicative of the severity of the Duvall injury if Bob is just like the emergency guy until they can get someone else in that role.
Because it comes down to, it's like, are you okay with Ref Snyder and Tapia being your center field platoon for the next set of months? Like, if it's until Trevor Story's back, let's call it July.
Why?
It's bad.
Why was it Bob and not Greg Allen?
Greg Allen hit a home run the other day.
I know. That's kind of what he does.
I'm guessing they probably view Tapia and Greg Allen in the same light, right? Greg Allen can play probably better defense. No, lefty.
Is he? Why do I think he was
Is he switch? He might be a switch. I know
I know the home run he hit was lefty.
Why did I think he was a righty? Yeah, he's both. Switch. All right, he is switch. Okay. All right.
In my opinion, like, if it's going to be a long time, don't you start to go and say, well, should you platoon Ref Snyder and Duran? If this is like a legit kind of like, you'll get some decent play. It's still not every day at bat. So if I can understand them being cautious, but if they were willing to consider Duran for the Tapia role, at least to some degree, well, now he's going to have a legit kind of lane to playing time, and it'll be mostly against righties. So you'd be playing a good chunk. It's not going to work much for the next week or two. That's why Dalbec may make a lot of sense right now. But once you get to a normal schedule where it's not a lefty every day, do you give Duran his final shot to make it happen in a bridge year?
1,100 OPS for Duran, 5 games.
Hit a homer yesterday, right? Yeah, listen, I'm not saying like I'm the biggest Duran guy, but if this is the shot, like, I'd rather have him getting, more at bats than wasting them on Tapia. Like, we know what Tapia is. At least if Duran clicks, you might have something.
I don't love the Tapia slander.
He's what he is. He's fine. I wanted him on the roster.
He's like far and away the coolest player on the team.
I like the hair.
I mean, how far did he hit that ball yesterday? 7,000
It was off
feet?
a positional. It was off a position player.
Position players pitch like 8 times a week now. Those are important home runs. Aaron Judge hit 90 of his 63 home runs last year off position players.
And it wasn't like he was lobbing him in there either. He was throwing like harder.
It's also, it's harder to hit a ball that far when someone isn't throwing that fast.
Had to be the longest home run of his career. I've never seen Tapia hit a ball that far before.
I don't know. Fenway last
Tapia
year.
Baseball you watched?
Fenway last year, he was teeing them off.
True, but those were landing on the warning track.
That is kind of crazy. I don't know. I guess I need to know how bad it is. Like, give me a timetable, and then I can tell you how I feel about what they should do in the outfield. Like that really is the deciding factor. Whether it's short term or long term, you need to have that information before you start throwing names out and scenarios out for what they're going to do in center field.
My biggest problem is no matter what, if it's anything of a month, and that seems like if they told us he's out a month, I think we'd all be doing jumping jacks right now. Like that, we'd be like, oh, okay, we'll take that. Feels like it's going in the other direction, but you can't replace him. There's no replacing the right-handed pop that you had in your 5-hole. Who can serve that role for you? Like, you were already so desperate for that because you had lost Trevor Story. That's just going to be something you have to accept this point. Coley, save it. Do not slander Trevor Story over that.
No, this isn't even a Story thing. Your sentence was very correct until you didn't say Xander's name.
Oh, of course, right? Well, that's the underlying theme of it all.
Trevor Story's never had a week like Adam Duvall just had in a Red Sox uniform. With the Rockies, he did. But Trevor Story genuinely has never played that well. No one has.
That week in May last year was a lot of fun.
8 home runs last year in like 5 games.
Okay. I still don't think his OPS was as high as Duvall's is.
But like, that's the biggest problem here. You can't replace that. And we were so desperate banking on Duvall. Like, hey, if he can just give you that power, that will go a long way. You lost really the only guy outside of Devers. You can probably hope for 30 home runs. Maybe Cassis, maybe. But that seems like asking a lot.
Is there an update on Story, Tyler?
Nothing new. Just what we talked about last week, where now it's probably a week away from throwing and 3 weeks away from hitting.
When's the soonest Mondesi can come off? Because I know they put him on the 60.
It's like the very end of May. Call it May 27th or something.
Okay. I thought for some reason it like was maybe July, but that's because I'm not really quite sure how months work.
Yeah,
have you been back on the podcast since you made the Mondesi trade?
No,
I don't think so.
Congratulations. That was
big. I mean, that was
huge.
That was a hell of a move by you.
That was huge.
What was that like? What were the conversations like?
They were quick. They were pretty quick. Royals, bunch of doofuses over there. They don't really know what's going on. And I floated the Salvi thing there, but they were hesitant, and I really just wanted to. That they're tough to talk to. You don't like to stay on the phone with them long. So I once they started going, well, why don't you come over for supper? I was like, I'll just take Mondesi, thanks. And then that was that.
I don't even remember who was in that trade. Who was that?
Josh Taylor, who didn't make the big league roster. But doesn't the Mondesi trade kind of look not great right now? Like the fact that they chose Mondesi, picture it in a perfect world, right? Where it was Mondesi or it was Elvis Andrus or it was Jose Iglesias. You could be like, all right, well, you shift Kiké to center and this is kind of what you deal with. Now it's like, you don't even have that extra piece of depth to the equation to kind of figure this thing out.
Did Jose Iglesias even sign with the team?
With the Marlins, and he's in AAA, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got Duvall. Did we get Duvall before Mondesi?
I think it was Duvall, then Mondesi.
But do you think that equation changes? Because there's no way they're giving Duvall. Would Duvall get 10? Or am I just making that
or 7?
Wrong? 7. So there's no way they give that to Andrews. You know what I mean? Like Jose Iglesias. I love Jose Iglesias for who he is. I'm not sitting here like crying. If anything, it's better Mondesi didn't start the year because he'd already have gotten hurt. Like I want those summer Mondesi innings.
I think just having one more piece there would have given you the flexibility, whether it was Iglesias, and who knows, Iglesias may be friggin' cooked at this point. Elvis Andrus, it did feel like it was going to be hard to sell that it was him or Duvall kind of thing. But if you had another dependable piece there, it's like, then you could really have this Kiké to center field conversation. I mean, you can't right now because it's Yu Chang. Yu Chang can't hit a baseball.
It's clearly Bob Dalbec and Kiké is back in center, which is better for Kiké. Kiké's maybe a platinum glove winner in center and bad at shortstop. When Xander signed with the Padres, I knew I'd miss him. I didn't think I'd be sitting here like, man, oh man, was he maybe the slickest glove I've ever seen at short in comparison. I can't believe some of the balls he's missed. And I don't know if he's overthinking it. I don't know what's going on, but he's one of the best defensive center fielders I've ever seen and not even remotely close at short.
I don't think that's an ability thing. I think that's there was a lot of preseason hype and he's putting a lot of pressure on himself.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't think it's ability either, but it hasn't. Listen, the season started. I can't. This isn't a learn on the job program here. This is Major League Baseball. Get back to center.
Lucky. He's lucky he's had Cassis there picking some of those balls, man. If it was Franchi or Bob attempting to do it, there might be even more errors on the board. And that doesn't include all the adventures that were happening on those attempted double plays the first 2 series of the season, where him and Arroyo just could not get on the same page for the life of them.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it's pressure. I don't know if it's mental. We know he's a fucking athlete. He wouldn't be a good center fielder if he wasn't. And we've seen him at short in spurts. I think there's a lot of pressure that comes with being hey, you're the starting shortstop of the Boston Red Sox versus, you play shortstop sometimes.
I think that's a factor. I think that it's too early to say that he shouldn't be doing it. But at the end of the day, he's probably well aware that once Trevor Story comes back, it's not like you're the guy and Trevor Story's going to rip that job away from you. If Trevor Story is ready to come back this year, he's a shortstop. That's just, it is what it is. So even when you are the guy, you're not the guy.
But even in that perfect world where Duvall's still healthy, it's Kiké, you're going to go play second base.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Are you out on Kiké Hernandez, the infielder?
No, I just it's the same conversation as Whitlock, where it's like, I recognize your talent. Where can you help us the most? And the answer is center field. So I just don't. Because I asked him point blank in spring training, like, if you could play anywhere on the diamond, where do you want to play? And he said shortstop. But the counter,
if you
to
ask
that
Raffy
is
that, he'd say shortstop.
You think so?
I would take
Probably.
Devers at shortstop over Kiké right now. Devers has range.
It's a bold take.
It's a real one.
If Xander had this stretch at any point playing shortstop, what would people be saying?
Move him to second base.
Fire him from the team. Like, ban him from the country is what they'd be saying about Xander. People hated Xander defensively, and it was always stupid. And I'll never let people forget how stupid. It's a fucking hard position. And you can see how hard it is right now. And these haven't even been hard plays. You see how hard it is. Xander made all this shit look easy. And people forever said, you can't pay that guy. He doesn't play defense. Now you look fucking stupid.
I'll be the first one to put my hand up as someone who bitched about Bogart's defense a lot before. I gave him all the credit in the world last year. I did. I was the first one giving it to him. All the metrics were positive, but it was nice to know if the ball hit his glove, he was going to get the out. It was nice to know Kiké, the ball hits the glove and I'm immediately sweating balls every single time now.
There was that one play today. What did he barehanded one, but the runner beat it out? Like,
he got lucky that Torkelson stepped over the bag.
Torkelson missed the
called
base.
him out. But it was a nice bare hand, yeah.
I'm reaching here.
I mean, to that point, since he missed the base, he could have walked it to first and Torkelson still would have been out. Like, the throw was
real
late.
Yeah. The real underlying issue here is that the Red Sox have told you that they're not going over the luxury tax. So it's not like we're going to sit here and say, all right, come the trade deadline, they're going to fix this. Like, no. If you're on the team right now, like, guess what, pal? You're going to have to learn how to play shortstop because we got to move Kiké to center field. I also just don't want to wildly speculate that Adam Duvall is not returning at some point. That's where our mind goes.
He's off the team. He's never going to play in the Red Sox again. He's a 1-year deal. He's done. That's what you told us.
Was it a 1-year deal?
Yeah.
Less games than Eric Hosmer.
Ooh.
If it turns out to be that.
That can't be true. That can't be true.
It's definitely true. We got Hosmer at the fucking deadline last year.
How many games?
Yeah, but then he
got
was
14
about to have
games.
a baby. Yeah, like, he was about to have a baby, and they just told him, like, all right, go hang out with the baby then.
If this is R.I.P. Duvall, then we got what? He 8 games. He missed 1. He took 1 day off.
It's not very positive.
I mean, genuinely, they should have to put an asterisk on the MVP trophy this year if Duvall is done. Like, he is the front runner.
It's like winning the Masters in the 90s if Tiger Woods was not playing.
He's literally the front runner right now.
That's true. I think he leads Major League Baseball in F4.
Correct.
He's the only person above 1 yesterday in all of baseball.
Of all the guys to go down.
And they're what, a 20th of the way through the season? A little more, 1/16th, something like that? No.
That can't be true.
Well, 1/20th, 8 would be 1/20th.
They play 1,000 games.
Right.
No way.
So, but what I'm saying is he was on pace for a 20-WAR season, which has to be some sort of record.
I would imagine that that's the record. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty good.
We're above 500.
4th place.
That's what John Henry said.
Suck it, Shaughnessy.
Be in last place.
I fucking can't stand that.
What?
So just the actively rooting for them to be in last place by Shaughnessy. It fucking infuriates me.
We're going to get Dan Shaughnessy on this podcast.
I will lose my mind that day. I'm just going to scream at him for 2 hours.
We're going to get Dan Shaughnessy on this podcast, and we're going to get Tyler a blue moon so that he can calm down. And there's only one person that can give it to him.
No. Fuck you, Jake.
It's going to be Jake.
Some beers can say they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. And just in time for opening day, Blue Moon is teaming up with another ballpark brand and launching a throwback merch collection with Ebbets Field flannels. You know who I bet enjoyed a nice Blue Moon this weekend? Caleb Ort. I mean, talk about a high-stress situation. You got your whole family there on Saturday watching you, and all you're trying to do is keep this game a 10-run lead for the Sox. And you know how many runs he gave up? 0. Suck on that, Tyler. I bet those Blue Moons after the game with his fam in downtown Detroit were phenomenal. With its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored, with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something one-of-a-kind? Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantee a one-of-a-kind beer experience perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful bright color, a beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale. It's a one-of-a-kind every time. Check out shop.bluemoon.com for throwback baseball merch with Ebbets Field flannels, or visit get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to find Blue Moon delivery options. That's get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado Ale.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate that a lot. Okay, I would love to veer back positive if we could, because we've strayed. I think we've strayed in this podcast. I think a lot of people listening, they want some positivity. And you know who's going to give it to them?
Who?
Jake is. Jake's takes. What do you got? What do you got for positivity right now, Jake?
I mean, we just swept the fucking Tigers, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, we did.
So I feel like we should hit on that a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like we should hit on that.
I mean, comeback win game 1. That was no easy living.
Yeah, that was no walk in the park there. You know, you're down 2-0 early, chipping away, grab a run in the third. Tigers put up another one, erase that. So now it's back to a 2-run lead. They score in the 4th, then bang, 4 spot in the 6th inning. And it was
I don't want to think about who hit the homer though.
Rafael Devers hit a home run.
2.
We can
He
think
doubled
about
in
him.
a run. And then the big blow came off the bat of none other than Adam Duvall.
Not doing a good job.
Can we talk about the eyes on these boys? Can we talk
A
about
lot of walks.
how
3
good of
walks
an
for
eye
Yoshida.
these fellas have in the box, Jerry?
Mhm.
Let's go Red Sox.
That's what-
Let's go Red Sox. Let's go Red Sox.
Go Red Sox.
That's what I'm saying. These guys got eyes.
They do. They be walking.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, where are the Red Sox in walks right now in Major League Baseball?
I'm gonna need a minute for that one.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have this, built into my my research before the show.
That should be your screensaver.
Am I supposed to just know what questions you're gonna ask me?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh wait, yeah, it's 2023. We're gonna go. The Red Sox are tied for 13th.
That's not at all what I thought we were going to get. They're 10th in on-base percentage. 342.
Yes, and I don't think that's including today. Looks like 8 games played.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They drew so many walks today. They were walking up a
You had
storm.
Rob Refsnyder had a bases loaded walk in the series. Connor Wong. That philosophy's working. Like, say what you will, it's not the team of last year that, starting pitchers would be at 50 pitches through 5 innings, and you'd wonder how the hell, do the Red Sox get out on 10 pitches every single inning? Even when they don't hit, they're working guys again and again. Justin Turner, he hasn't hit a ton, but he's working guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Red Sox 341 on base percentage is 8th best in the big leagues.
it doesn't feel like there's, even in the softer parts of the lineup, it doesn't ever feel like, oh, this is going to be a super easy inning for the opposing pitcher, just because their philosophy is in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we still haven't, today was the first day we really got it, but Tristan Cass has given you a homer and a double. He hasn't got going yet. So if we're talking guys who could step up with Duvall potentially being out, doesn't it start with him? Like, those are the guys you need. Tristan Cassis to step up. There's no room anymore to say, and maybe he can give you middle of the order production. He has to give you middle of the order production now.
The Tampa Bay Rays as a team have a 967 OPS.
Yeah,
That's insane.
They're fine.
But
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
the Red Sox could give them their first loss. Wouldn't that be something on its own?
I mean, to be like, the Rays are really good. I'm not trying to say they're not. They've played basically the Tigers for 9 games. Like, if we had, and I know we got swept by the Pirates, but as Jared's pointed out, the Pirates won a World Series.
They did. 1979 world champs. Also, it was cold out.
It was
Took 2 out of 3 from the
cold.
White Sox, right?
It's freezing. It was freezing.
Super good. I mean, the Pirates are 6-3. Even if you take away our sweep, they're a 500 team, which is better than the Orioles. So there's that. But yeah, the Rays haven't played anybody. So I think it's a good test for both teams, really. Are we closer to the A's or are we closer to the Rays? That's what this series will tell us.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that Tony Kemp play today?
No.
Oh my. Nobody at first
There's,
base.
Yeah, he like ran out to shallow center field, caught a little dinky pop up, and then just fired it over to first base to try and double off the runner, but there was no one within 100 feet of first base. There's nobody there.
Kemp looks so disgusted and confused at the same time. He's just looking around him. He's like, where is the first baseman?
Honestly, not even his fault.
Are you on the bench? Like, where did you go?
Nowhere close.
He went to cover
Nowhere
second
close.
base, right? The first baseman?
Yeah, he's just chilling. It's crazy. That play where they had to go to a review today with Rob Refsnyder going back to first base, and the throw comes in, and I'm not going to put it on Refsnyder. He was jogging back to first base. Oh, you're watching the play?
Yeah, very funny. I
Kyle
thought
Hudson just gave up. He wasn't even working anymore. He wasn't even paying attention to the baseball field.
Who?
The first base coach, Hudson?
Yes.
Asleep.
Yes. So that's on him. He's looking directly at the play. And the throw is coming into first base. Refsnyder is just lollygagging back to first base, but his back is to the play. The first base coach, that's your job. You got to be like,
The whole
hey,
job.
fucking hurry
It's the
up and
whole
get
job.
back to it's the
He's
whole job.
literally
Ease
the
up.
whole
Take your
job.
time.
That's your job is to like do this, and to get ankle guards and tell the guy that the throw is coming in.
it's the whole job.
That's your job. It's the whole job. So I was I'm glad that Refsnyder was safe after the review, but I think the only reason why he was safe was because Hudson was blocking the camera angle to show that he was out.
He was playing all along.
Like, he was out. But I think it was just inconclusive because he was standing in the way.
Definitely. Just an absolute oaf as a first base coach would also be a funny bit.
Yeah. I mean, whew, thank God that didn't happen. Kenley Jansen in the 9th, it was a little rough, but he got the job done. I think he was just a little upset about Duvall. That's all.
Yeah, I think we were all at that point where we just wanted the game to be over. I will say, I don't know what the Red Sox injected into Kenley Jansen this offseason. Everyone, with the pitch clock was like, this could be it for Kenley. Will he be able to go from one of the slowest workers in Major League Baseball to someone who can throw every 15 seconds? Dude's velocity is up across the boards by like 2 miles per hour a pitch.
On every pitch, yeah.
And it's early. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand that. But Kenley has not been doing that in years past. It's not like he's come out the gate firing. So If you were trying to say Kenley's going to be washed up, it's not going to be because of the stuff. He has it there. So that makes me feel a little bit better about a 2-year deal.
Closer, by the way.
It's the best. It's literally the best.
We haven't had a legit closer since like 2017.
It's him, and it's having a legit setup guy, Chris Martin. 5 scoreless appearances so far this year.
Yeah, he looked a little shaky in the 8th inning, but got the job done. No complaints about Chris Martin. He's been great.
Just the whole bullpen, like Martin, Schreiber just being a weapon whenever, and not all of these roles simultaneously like they tried to use him as last year.
His stuff looks like it's back a little bit this series. I don't know if it's because he was back against Detroit, but
yeah, it's like the record's whatever for the season so far. Like the competence of the team feels night and day compared to last year.
Structure. Yeah, they have structure. Yeah.
Well, it's the structure.
We're not auditioning who the closer is going to be in August.
It's the structure in the bullpen. It's the structure in the rotation, and it's also just like we're saying, they're taking walks. They're taking extra bases. They're being more aggressive. Like, one thing that'll always stick out to me about the 18 team is how aggressive, like crazy aggressive, they were on the bases, and like really no other team. 21, a little you got it, but no other team since then has like used that to their advantage. So I've just enjoyed watching the product, even if it hasn't been like a fucking win every night.
And like the aggressiveness, I think there were 2 times this series. It was the first game when Devers hit that ball off the center field wall, and Verdugo like hustling, and he's someone who there's been times the last couple of years where he has not been hustling when he needed to, coming all the way around from first to score, just getting in. Even the Rob Refsnyder, Justin Turner sac fly, probably not the best send. Like, if you can actually feel the ball, he's out. But it's aggressive. Like, they're willing to take those risks. And sometimes when you take risks, the ball gets away, and you can laugh at, those kind of situations. Say, hey, got you a run.
Mm. Rafael Devers looks good.
Oh, looks great.
He's healthy.
Grand Slam. Yeah. My boy's healthy. He's out there socking dingers. It's been nice to see. Last year, and even like people forget like the whole 21 playoff run where he was just in agony every time he swung the bat. And then last year with the hamstring, it's just nice to see Rafael Devers healthy, because when he's healthy, he does a lot of damage. And again, not to go back to Duvall here, but I think there was a big narrative before the season about, Devers is back. That's great. But who else is going to do shit? Well, they've, again, 3rd in the big leagues in OPS to start the year. I know it's a small sample. We're talking about 9 games here, but the Boston Red Sox have an 814 OPS as a team. And that is just behind the Tampa Bay Rays, who there's no way they can keep this up. They have hit more home runs than they've allowed runs. Mm-hmm. And I think their pitching is obviously sustainable, but this is not a juggernaut offense. Like, come on.
No Tyler Glasnow yet either.
Yeah. And then you get the Dodgers. Like, the Dodgers, they should be up there. The Brewers, they should be up there. But
should they? A lot of the Dodgers shit doesn't feel any more sustainable than what we've been doing.
You don't think Hayward's going to hit 40 plus?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I don't know that that's also crazy sustainable either. And like, Yoshida hasn't fully arrived yet either. And that's not like he's been getting on base, like, which we've been told, but it feels like he's just been missing barrels. And I tweeted about this the other day. Like, he's swung at pitches that I think by August, or even before that, June, July, he will be barreling the shit out of. But he, like, I look back at Ohtani's rookie year, and Ohtani didn't hit more than 2 home runs a month until September that year. Like, he had 4 his first month, and then it was like a 1, a 0. He was just averaging 2 a month for those first 4 months. Yoshida's already hit the 1, which I still don't think he's gotten that hostage ball back. And other than that, I feel like he's been seeing the ball great. So I'm like, when we're talking about Casas taking a step forward, I think Yoshida has a step coming too.
Well, Yoshida, I think it was Stats that had the graphic. He's just driving pitches up in the zone into the ground.
Right.
So
Once he figures that shit out, elevate it.
Right.
I think that's like the big thing, right? Like I wouldn't call it a red flag yet, but maybe like an orange flag. If you looked, his average launch angle out of, let's call it 187 qualified hitters this year, he has a third worst launch angle at negative 10.2. It's actually tied for second.
Yeah, I mean he's not driving the ball. He's hitting it into the ground.
Well, this is because I replied. That's what made me say this was that stats tweet, and I replied the ball he's used to hitting is a little smaller than the ball he's hitting in MLB. And obviously, he just lit the world on fire in the World Baseball Classic, and I assume they use a major league ball for that tournament. Maybe not. But it's like if you're used to how long did he play at Oryx for like 8-9 years? Like he's not. He's very used to barreling a smaller ball, and it doesn't seem like a lot. It's only centimeters, but when you're talking about a round ball, round bat. Like, yeah, those centimeters do mean a lot. So he's swinging at the right, like he's identifying the right pitches. His bat speed's not the issue. He's just missing the barrel. So that's where I think, like, yeah, once he figures this out, it's going to click and it's going to be terrifying.
That game that he walked 3 times, I don't think he saw a strike until he faced the position player in the 9th inning and he grounded out. But the 3 walks, he might have seen 1 strike in those 3 plate appearances.
I think you're right.
It's like
there was one, like he was just standing up straight at one point. He was like, I know that you're not throwing me a strike.
Yeah, if he were chasing pitches out of the zone, if he were doing things he wasn't billed to us, you know what I mean? When we first heard about him, it was like he's got a crazy eye. He doesn't strike out. He draws a lot of he gets on base. He's an on-base machine. If he were doing stuff like he spit on some filthy splitters. I can't even remember who's throwing him, but a couple of people have thrown him just disgusting splitters that seasoned MLB vets swing at all the time. And he just fucking spits on them. So like, I have no worries about him. I think he's only going to get much better and probably quickly if I had to guess.
It's that thing. It's like, I feel like you can tell what pitcher's fair hitter or have at least a respect for them. And it comes down to challenging them in the zone. And like Yoshida, I feel like I have not seen that one bit. And it's the plate approach, right? 98th percentile K percentage, 86th percentile whiff percentage, 92nd percentile chase rate, 85th percentile walk percentage. None of that has fallen through. He is still Yoshida. Like he is going to work pitchers and not change. I don't know. I do think lifting the ball, like it's not an easy thing to adjust, like to get that kind of going. But we saw how rare it was when he took the homer he hit out against Pittsburgh. It was like the highest velocity and the highest pitch for a left-handed hitter to hit over the monster, like in the StatCast era dating back to like 2008. So like that is what's there. Throw in defense that's better than I think anybody expected, despite that awful route to that Reynolds double. Yeah, you hope it's going to take time. Now, is that the guy you want to be hoping develops in your cleanup spot? Not ideally, but that's what they need right now. And he won't be able to be that cleanup hitter if he doesn't start lifting the ball. That's the only thing. If this does become a trend for him, where it is a lot of, or, the ground ball rate's always amongst the highest in the big leagues, then he is going to profile more as that, leadoff guy or maybe like a 6th hitter or something like that.
Well, I don't know if Verdugo and Casas or whoever, if Casas is hitting behind him, I don't think that's the worst thing either.
No, it just depends. Like, and I think that's where the Duvall conversation comes now. Like, are you going to double up lefties 2 different spots in the order?
Sure.
I'm not against it. Like, you got to do what you have to do with Duvall now, but that's just the conversations you need to have. But if this offense is going to go where it needs to go, and the Red Sox are going to match their evaluation on him, like the Red Sox are telling you, we think he can be a cleanup hitter. That's the last block he's going to need to kind of figure out.
Jake, how do you feel about Masataka Yoshida?
I mean, I kind of like what Coley said. It's like you can see that he's about to be there, but he's not fully there, which is understandable because he played in Japan for 100 years. But like, you can just see his potential, and I'm still excited for what's to come for him.
Yeah. The other guy that we never really talk about that kind of needs to get it going from an offensive standpoint is Justin Turner. What, Coley?
He's like 400 years old, and he broke his face like 3 weeks ago.
I understand that, but Justin Turner, like all this talk about Masataka Yoshida being the cleanup guy, Turner was the guy that was brought here to protect Rafael Devers in the lineup. Like before a pitch was even thrown in spring training. What? What?
Welcome back.
I didn't go anywhere.
Welcome back, but I was even laughing. Like, it's such an outrageously horrifying sentence, and it was an accurate one, which is why I laugh. Like, Turner was here to protect Devers. Like, that's a horrible plan.
It's not the best plan.
It's not the best plan.
It's not the best plan.
I will say, like, if you're worried about Turner, he is known for being a slow starter, right? So I guess you can kind of cling to that.
No, I'm not worried. It's just stuff.
He's hitting 212 with a 599 OPS and 33 at-bats to start the year. No home runs, 2 RBI. 9 games. It's 9 games. But, you know, like I feel like we've gotten something from just about everyone so far.
No, there's someone.
Kiké? Kiké has 2 bombs.
Not him.
You can say Arroyo?
Yep. Christian Arroyo has had a very, very quiet start to the season.
I don't worry about Arroyo, though. Like,
he can hit. Like,
he
we've
comes
seen it
through
for
when
2
it
years.
matters. He comes through when it matters.
I just think there's so much more pressure that now falls on him, Kiké, Cassis, like Turner, with Duvall going down. These guys need to give you something. Like, Duvall made up for Kiké and Arroyo giving you nothing. And Cassis, really. So now, like, all right, you got to show up here. We'll be okay, but you need to show up.
Connor Wong hitting a $150, Casas hitting a $185, Kiké hitting a $107, Arroyo hitting a $179. And then you got Turner hitting 212 somehow is better than all of them. I mean, that's just batting average, obviously, but like,
got to give you something. Reese McGuire's hit a little bit. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the more we talk about this lineup, like, I think Tapia should be our number 4 hitter. He's like it's like our 3rd best player.
It's in 500 on the year.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, you're right. I'm shocked to see that 107 from Kiké. I could have sworn that he was doing a little bit better than that.
2 homers were a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time picturing any of his other hits this season.
He couldn't have any others.
Oh, don't tell me Kiké has more hits than errors. I don't want to click on the page right now and see that.
That's got to be true.
There's no way he has more than 6 hits.
Okay. Oh, we got 3 hits from Kiké and 5 errors.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. Yep, please.
I got nothing. I just got to change up the vibes. I just got to
say something.
I think this is extreme. Like, again, this is a 5-4 team, and we haven't mentioned more than like 4 guys who are good at baseball. Like, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You're like, Justin Turner, it's a miracle he's alive. And he bats clean. He bats 3rd for this team.
Again.
Justin Turner bats 3rd for this team.
He's gonna be okay. Fuck.
Alex Verdugo's hitting 342. Come on,
Verdugo's great.
Let's go.
Verdugo's been great.
Yeah, we need Verdugo out there getting some credit. You know?
He's been great, and he should have had 2 more hits today if Javi wasn't such a pest.
That's true. Yep, had a liner to short there. Yes, a sneaky 342 for Verdugo.
You want to see a beautiful baseball savant page? Verdugo's right now is very red.
Is it?
82nd percentile outs above average. Go play right field, kid.
Sneaky 342.
We used to have David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez hitting back to back.
We've insulted so many people.
Justin Turner.
Like, I picture him and Kiké listening to this podcast, and we're
Listen,
just destroying them.
I like both fellas. I like them both.
It's never good when you start there.
I like both fellas. Justin
On the
Turner,
field, fellas.
he know on the field. Like if that was our 8-9, we'd be the best team in baseball. Like comfortably the best team in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We're asking people to do more than they should be doing. That's like, and I don't mean that as an insult. Like Kiké is a center fielder, either leadoff or number 9. I don't care. One of those two, all on board. Justin Turner on the team. No problem with that. Justin Turner, 3-hitter. Kiké Hernandez playing shortstop and center field. I don't know if that's the play.
And wait, when I said earlier that there was no help coming at the trade deadline, one of you scoffed at that. Which one?
Wasn't me.
No, I didn't scoff. I was just, you said there's no way they would go above the luxury tax. I don't know.
I don't
if that's
think they
true.
will.
Oh, I
I don't
agree.
think they will.
They'd have to somehow be like clear people are like 2013 Red Sox. Like, oh shit, this team could go there. I think that they'd maybe think about it, and I still think they'd say no.
I don't think it's
They got about
impossible.
$6 million. They got like $6 million before they'd be over it.
They got any good center fielders for $6 million out there?
I don't think so. Maybe you can go call
get
the
Trout on this
Cardinals and they'll send Tyler O'Neill here.
Yeah, he wants out, huh?
We have a spot. That's like fresh, young, and new Adam Duvall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Coley, what do you think would push them? What would make them go over the luxury tax?
Like 10 games over at the deadline.
No, I think it would. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like if they were in second at the deadline, because I don't know that the Rays have built quite a lead 9 games into the season. So if they were in second, or if there was just truly no one at the park, then they'd be like, here's somebody. But other than that,
I mean, Micro Penis Pete had that tweet about the lowest attendance in 20 years.
it was cold.
It was also like a Wednesday. It was cold. It's like 43 degrees. Are you worried about the attendance, Tyler?
Not worried. I do think the cold/workday thing is a little bit of a hard sell because like it's always cold in April and there's always stupid games in April that are during the day when they shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't think it's anything bad. I think it just is the state of baseball to some degree, and kind of when you have the Bruins and Celtics who are like, both friggin' ridiculous.
Bruins and Celtics were not playing.
No,
they were not playing.
But when you can,
but the city doesn't give
Jared.
a fuck. The city doesn't give a fuck about the Red Sox right now.
And like if I have little Johnny over here who's in high school who's like, I have $50 or $75 to go to a game right now, and I go to 3 games a year, he's probably going to pick to go to those games right now than a Red Sox game. And I can comprehend that because like it's a bridge year. Like we like baseball, so we're going to watch the friggin' games either way. But
also,
casuals usually aren't like that.
I was supposed to take my parents to the game on Friday, but something came up, so I can't.
Dick.
And I was gonna get them in there, and then they were scrambling. They're like, "How are we gonna get in now?" I was like, "There are plenty of tickets available." My dad pulled up the app, and it's just like $18 you can get in there.
Wow,
very cheap. Also, I saw a thread on the Section 10 Reddit the other day. It was almost like a roll call, like, hey, where's everyone from that listens to the podcast? Nobody from Massachusetts. Like, it's
really?
Just everyone. It is. But think about it. Like, if you're a Red Sox fan and you don't live in the Boston area, like you want Red Sox talk, where the fuck are you going to go?
That's a good point. I do have another thing from the Reddit I wanted to address.
Oh boy.
There was like a thread worrying that I am not taken care of, that I'm just like homeless or I have no money coming in whatsoever.
No, that's true.
Can't. Yeah, well, it is true, but I'm not going to say it. But I'm taken care of. I'm not going to say the number, but thank you for those who are concerned. I do appreciate it, but I don't want anyone worrying.
I was concerned too.
I hate you.
But I was concerned.
You know what it is.
I know that you're taken care of.
Well, that's it. So thank you for those who worried.
I don't think Hardy knew that you were taken care of, which I didn't appreciate.
He does. I don't.
He does now. He didn't sound that way on the show.
No, I think he was playing up, but he knows the situation. He knows what's coming in.
I heard from someone on that show.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Beetle?
Mm.
Zoe.
I love Zoe.
Okay.
I'll take a bullet for Zoe.
Just checking in to make sure everything's okay.
No, we just said love you.
He's the fucking man.
He is the man. All right, we got to take a break and talk about Zyn nicotine pouches. We're always talking about what a team needs to get to number one, but Zyn nicotine pouches are already there. Zyn has helped millions of people achieve a lasting change, earning the title of America's number one nicotine pouch. If you're a smoker or you're a dipper looking to make a change, look no further than Zyn. Zyn is made with 6 simple ingredients and is available in a wide range of varieties, including spearmint, citrus, and even coffee. And it's available in 2 strengths so you can control your nicotine satisfaction. Because it's discreet, you can enjoy it anywhere, anytime, so you never have to miss a moment of the game. Plus, every can of Zyn earns you points towards premium items like tailgating gear, top-of-the-line tech, Zyn swag, even gift cards. Find your Zyn at your local convenience store or online at Zyn.com. That's Zyn, ZYN.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Is it almost time?
I think it's time. Things are dark, Jared. Give us, if this isn't your best creation yet, I swear to God.
Oh man, the Klark's Ketchup series MVP theme song.
Coley, are you even aware of any of this?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I insulted you there. I apologize.
Why did you answer it like that, Coley?
Why do you think I'm here?
So hear this. You want to hear the song that bad?
This is. I received a text. From an unnamed member of the podcast. You trying to cast tomorrow? I made a Klark's Ketchup series MVP theme song. I won't say the genre unless it's already been said on here.
No, it's been said.
Okay, I made a Klark's Ketchup MVP theme song that's death metal and it's debuting, and I'd like for you to be there. And I said the old Easter cast. And then the unnamed member said straight up bunny cast. To which I replied, I could hop on.
Oh,
nice.
Folks.
The Klark's Ketchup series MVP brought to you by Klark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. I feel like this is a semi-obvious answer. I'm going to get Coley to cast the first vote.
Do we give it to Duvall because he died?
But he didn't die for the... If he caught the ball, that would have swayed my vote, but he didn't catch it.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's Rafael Devers.
Tyler?
I will join Coley. 3 homers, double, hit in every single game. I will throw a packet to the bullpen outside of Ryan Braiser, though.
Okay. I mean, Duvall definitely gets a packet.
Oh, yeah.
No
him
doubt.
as well. Verdugo.
Jake? Verdugo, packet.
I think I'm going Duvall just so he can drizzle some of that ketchup on his wrist. Might help him out.
I mean, I know who I'm voting for. The first Clark's Ketchup Series MVP under the new theme song. It's Rafael Devers. Rafael Devers is the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP after the 3-game sweep in Detroit. Congratulations to Rafael Devers. And again, I think I would have voted Duvall. I would have voted Duvall if he caught it, but he didn't, and it's okay. We're gonna
If he caught
vibes going up.
If he caught it and just didn't get hurt, which was like a nothing play.
No, I'm saying if he caught it and he still got hurt, that's like he died for us.
Gotcha.
I mean, he still died for us, but it just didn't mean as much. Unfortunately.
Maybe we'll just wake up tomorrow and we're going to get the day-to-day notification and we're going to be happy.
I hope so. What did you guys think about the Clark's Ketchup theme song?
Worried about you.
Why?
I don't. There was some stuff in there. I didn't really understand some of the words at times.
What didn't you understand? The words are ketchup.
Every single time. I'm not used to that genre of music, so it was a little overwhelming for me.
I feel like you've never listened to music.
Yeah.
Like any music?
You listen to like just pitches being thrown. Like you've got various baseball sounds, like ambiance.
I listen to bars. And
that was a bar.
Thank you. Solid performance. Not bad.
Coley?
I liked it a lot. You left it all out there. The switch from like the gravelly devil voice to the just someone stepped on both of your testicles voice was unbelievable, and I think really took it to another level.
Thank you. Jake?
Yeah, I think the range that you showed was super impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, just good work all around.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Glad someone appreciates me and like Tyler.
Fuck you.
Spare me. Before we get to the Stop and Shop look ahead, listen, there is so much basketball to watch right now. It's crazy. And like a ball with a funky spin, it can be hard to get a handle on it all. And now you can stay on top of all the madness with the Xfinity 10G network. With Xfinity 10G, you can power an entire house full of devices with ultra low lag, so you and everyone you know can stream every single game at the same time and never miss a shot. And if you're on the go, Xfinity will still be right there with the assist with millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. Introducing the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Learn more at xfinity.com/10G. Stop and Shop look ahead. Brought to you, of course, as always, by Stop and Shop. Go to Stop and Shop right now. Use the promo code section 10. You get 10%. Is it 10%, Coley? Is it 10 cents?
10 cents.
10 cents off
every tangerine.
Each tangerine?
Yeah, every single one. But you got to buy 5 pounds.
You have to buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines, and you get 10 cents off each tangerine.
Yeah. What?
Up to 5 pounds?
What? No, you can start at 5 pounds. If you
have to pass the 5 pound threshold.
If you get like 4 pounds and 15 ounces, you're paying every goddamn cent for those tangerines. There is no coupon for that.
No. But
it's cheaper to buy 5 pounds and 1 ounces of tangerines than it is to buy 14 pounds and 15 ounces of greens. Like much cheap, like at least $2 cheaper.
Where are people storing the 5 pounds of tangerines?
That's not Joss's problem, Jared. Simply it's not their problem.
No, I want someone to do that, like, experiment, like go to Stop and Shop and find out like how many tangerines do you need to buy to get to 5 pounds.
It's not
like a
like
sack.
A ton.
It's a sack word.
5 pounds of reens. That's got to be like 18 reens.
A tangerine's like a pound already, isn't it? Like a half, maybe?
No.
It's like a half orange.
No, I think you're getting like 10 reens here.
What's the difference between a tangerine and a clementine?
Oh, bro, this is a baseball show. What?
I'm sorry.
Science.
How much does a tangerine weigh? 88 grams. Okay.
What is that in pounds?
How many grams? How many grams are in a pound? Oh my God. 453.5 grams are in a pound.
Okay. I was a bit off.
So you need 5 greens for a pound. So 25
454. Let me do this math. 454.
I mean,
divided by 88 is, all right, let's call it 5 reens is 1 pound. So you need to buy 25 reens to get the coupon code.
Suck on it.
I know. Suck on those reens, baby. 25 reens in a bag will get you 10 cents off per tangerine.
Yeah. So you get 24 reens. That's more expensive than 26 reens.
That's true.
Just don't get 24. That's the best advice I can give people here today.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet that Tyler hasn't eaten 26 tangerines in his whole fucking life.
Why would you even say something like that? Why would you make that assumption? I love fruit.
What's your favorite fruit then? Name 5 fruits.
Oh no.
If you love fruit so much.
Clementine, tangerine, orange.
Yeah, just go the whole orange family.
Yeah,
banana, Granny Smith.
What's a Granny Smith?
Like a green apple, like a sour one.
Okay.
You fucking
just
loser.
Say green apple. You're a weirdo. You
no,
say Granny Smith.
I know the flavors. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm giving you 3 fruits. You've named 3 fruits so far.
They say banana.
Oh yeah, that was number 2. After you got out of the orange clan.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
Okay. Have you eaten any of these?
That's not the test here. It's how many fruits do I know?
Can you identify a fruit?
Yeah.
Raspberry.
No, he's just going berries. He basically named 2. He named oranges and berries.
Fruits are complicated.
No.
Hold on. List of fruits. Commonly eaten fruit.
You didn't
most popular fruits.
You didn't get melons out of the way. You didn't get
watermelon.
Oh, watermelon. I always forget that one.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Papaya.
Yeah, so I mean, apple is going to be if this were
Dragon fruit?
Family Feud, apple got to be number 1, and you didn't even like just go standard apple. You went like fucking You went like the most exotic apple you could go. Just standard apple plays always.
Move on.
Jake, what's your favorite fruit?
I'm a big grape guy.
Could have said grapes.
Grapes
Didn't
suck.
even touch it. Didn't even
Oh,
touch
come
grapes.
I wouldn't eat a grape if I was about to die.
The Stop and Shop look ahead brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to your local Stop and Shop. You get 5 pounds of tangerines. You get 10 cents off each tangerine, but you have to buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines in order to get the deal. Promo code section 10. The Red Sox and Rays. It's a 4-game set. Nick Pivetta versus Josh Fleming. Bunch of 640 games, and then your Thursday game is 110. I hate the midweek day games. I really do. Nick Pivetta versus Josh Fleming. Garrett Whitlock makes his season debut against Shane McClanahan.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Sale versus, I don't want to play for the Red Sox, Zach Eflin. And then Corey Kluber versus Jeffrey Springs. Again, those start times are 6:40. And then the series finale on Thursday is 1:10. Okay. Josh Fleming. The Nationals absolutely fucking smoked this guy in his season debut. 3 innings, 10 hits, 5 earned runs. He only made 10 appearances last year. 3 of them were against the Red Sox. 3 games, 1 start, 12 and 2/3 innings, 22 hits, 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 3 bombs, 11 strikeouts. He's a soft throwing lefty, averages about 90 miles an hour. Red Sox hitters, actually no, hitters in general this year, 5 for 8 off of his sinker with a 95.7 mile per hour exit velocity. This guy fucking sucks. Red Sox hitters hitting .413 with a .443 on base and a .600 slug. That's an OPS north of 1,000. Devers, wait for this. Devers against Josh Fleming, 8 for 14, a double, a homer, a 1429 OPS. Kiké, maybe this is his bounce back game. 5 for 11, couple doubles, only 2 strikeouts, and an OPS of 1091. Shane McClanahan. Shane McClanahan, I love him, by the way. Got to meet him last year. Great dude. Only 2 starts, but his strikeout per 9 is down 1.5 from his 10.5 last year. Small sample. His velo has jumped 97.4 this year compared to 96.7 last year. He's throwing his fastball more this year. 35.7% last year compared to 50.3% this year. Batters are 2 for 17 against the fastball, 241 weighted on base average. He faced the Red Sox twice last year, double dub, 13 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, did not walk a batter, and punched out 13. Red Sox hitters, 275, 301 on base, 363 slug. So that's a 664 OPS. 4 doubles, a homer, 3 walks, 19 strikeouts. Devers, another guy. This Devers was the guy that hit the home run off McClanahan in the playoffs, right? 21 to straight center field, and that's when he threw the chair down the hallway.
Yeah.
I believe so.
7 for 17. This includes the playoffs, by the way. 7 for 17, a double, a homer, 3 strikeouts, a 1059 OPS. Verdugo, 4 for 9, double, a walk, 2 strikeouts, a 1056 OPS. Very interesting that the 2 guys with the best numbers against one of the best lefties that the Rays feature are both left-handed hitters. Zach Eflin. Only 2 starts, but the strikeouts per 9 is up 2.1 from last year. This could be a fluke, though. Of his top 3 pitches that account for 85% of his usage, sinker, cutter, curve, all are overperforming expectations and batting average, expected batting average, slugging, and expected slugging. Biggest difference in his arsenal is his cutter going from 15% usage to 28.8% usage this year. The only thing is that his cutter sucks. 560 expected slug. and has not produced a single whiff despite throwing it 45 times. No one has swung and missed in his cutter that he is throwing more often. His sinker and his cutter, he throws 33 and 29% respectively, and each only has an 8% whiff rate. That is bad if you're keeping score at home. He's been effective at making batters chase and not walking many of them. Red Sox hitters, 375. 375, a 403 on base, and a 703 slug. That is 6 doubles, 5 homers. Duvall, we'll see. We'll see if Duvall is playing in this series. 7 for 18, couple homers. Verdugo, 3 for 9, double homer. Devers, 4 for 5 with a double and 2 homers. That is a 3,000 OPS against Zach Eflin. And then, of course, Jeffrey Springs, who we mentioned earlier. People forget that he played for the Red Sox. Had an ERA over 7 in 2020 with the Red Sox. Through 2 starts, he leads the American League in ERA. Innings pitched, strikeouts, FIP, hits per 9, home runs per 9. He has walked more batters than allowed hits. He's walked 4, allowed 3 hits. His changeup is absolutely disgusting. Hitters are 1 for 18 with just a single and 8 strikeouts, a 47% whiff rate against the changeup that we mentioned earlier. He refused to throw, and now he does throw, and it's really fucking good. In 2022, Springs' worst ERA against any team was against the Red Sox. 5 games, 4 starts, 0-2, a 4.50 ERA, a 128 whip, but he still had a 10 strikeouts per 9. 18 innings pitched, 16 hits, 9 earned runs, 3 homers. Red Sox hitters, 305, 369, 525. Kiké, another favorable matchup for Kiké, 4 for 8, double homer. And then Verdugo, 2 for 6, a double and a couple of walks. So I'm seeing Kiké's name a lot. I'm seeing Verdugo's name a lot as guys that have favorable numbers against these Rays starters. The Rays lead the MLB, 22 home runs so far to start the year. Red Sox pitching has allowed 14.
Jesus.
This is the first time the Rays have actually faced a good opponent, though. Their first 3 series wins were against the Tigers, Nats, and A's. So we'll see. I think the whole 9-0 thing, what I said on Twitter, it's impressive. Even when you play bad teams can beat good teams. It happens. But are the Red Sox a good team? I guess we'll find out. Because it's not like the Red Sox are playing world beaters either. Pittsburgh Pirates, it is their year. But getting swept at home by them, not great. Detroit Tigers, not a good team. Baltimore Orioles, we'll see.
No, the Orioles stink. The Orioles stink.
I
No,
don't
they
know.
stink. They're bad.
They had the chance to be good, but their front office just was like, yeah, we're good. We're not going to have any pitchers this year.
Prediction time. I'm going to go with Jake first.
I got the Red Sox taking all 4.
All 4. Jake says all 4 games belong to the Boston Red Sox. A 4-game sweep in Tampa. The Boston Red Sox are not going to lose a game in this 4-game set against the 9-0 undefeated first place Tampa Bay Rays. It's a great pick. It's a great pick. Coley.
You gotta go to me next? That's sucks. I got a split.
Okay. Which games are they losing?
What are the order? We're not losing the Whitlock game.
Pavetta, Whitlock, Sale, Kluber.
I saw we win the middle too.
Do you think they lose with Big Klub on the mound? The Klubot?
Yeah. How many games is Bobby Dalbec playing shortstop this series?
All fucking 4!
No, he's not.
Shortstop
No.
Bob!
No.
Yes, he is.
He's going to enjoy his ass on the bench tomorrow.
Batting cleanup. Your shortstop, Bobby Dalbec.
Will he be wearing his new goggles?
Woo! Oh, yeah. What?
Have you seen his new goggles? He has a new look.
Yeah, he looks great. He looks great with them.
This team stinks.
Hey, come on. Positivity.
Coley, stop.
Please. Clean up.
Mm-hmm.
All 4 of them. I mean, we know that the defense at short will improve. We have to factor that in.
Mm-hmm. You got some pop. Get some pop at short. What?
We basically, when you really think about it, we've got O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
It's basically the same guy. Same guy, yeah. Yep. We have O'Neal Cruz.
Without the talent.
Whoa.
No.
I'm sorry. That was mean. That was uncalled for. Let me bring that one back.
Bring it back.
I'm sorry. He can. Bobby Dalbec can hit for power.
Yeah, he can. He hit 5 home runs in 5 straight games. People forget that. It sounded like you forgot that, Tyler.
You did forget.
I remember the August of Bobby Dalbec, August 2021. Those were magical times.
2020, you fucking idiot.
No. Can you
the
guys?
5 home runs in a row is 2020.
I'm not talking about the 5 homers in a row.
You're talking about when he had the best offensive production in Major League Baseball outside of Bryce Harper, who won the National League MVP.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my point for me.
And again, if it wasn't for Shohei Ohtani, you have Bobby Dalbec as the American League MVP in 2021.
Nope, too far.
People were talking about
Nope.
No one was talking about that. If you weren't talking about it, you should be killed. You should be killed.
Bryce Harper only won the MVP in 2021 because he had a monster second half, and Bobby Dalbec had an identical second half. If it wasn't for Shohei, Bobby Dalbec's your MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I give credit to Kyle Schwarber for teaching him how to hit for a month.
And people forget this. Bobby can pitch too.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even want to pitch.
I bet you he probably
because
he
how
does.
good, like, he's not a show off.
Yeah.
The only organization that ever believed in him as a pitcher is actually the Rays, funny enough.
The Rays wanted Bobby Dalbec to pitch?
They liked him more as a pitcher than a hitter. He's going to be a Cy Young winner for the Rays one day. He's going to be the next Jeffrey Springs.
He might just be Ohtani the more we're talking about it.
It could be.
We may have just solved all our problems.
Mm-hmm. Who needs Brian Bayo? We got Bobby Dalbec.
Well, let's have both. I don't know why you say fuck Bayo for.
We only have so many spots. We got the Clue Bot.
So demeaning when you say that. It's so unfair.
What?
It's just the way it comes off your tongue.
Is that not his nickname?
I just don't like the way you say it.
Jake, what's Corey Kluber's nickname?
It's the Clue Bot.
It's the fucking Clue Bot, dude.
You guys are assholes.
What?
Stop saying
That's
it.
his name. That's his name.
I just don't like the way you say it.
What? I don't know how else to say it.
Big Bot.
It's the Clue Bot. Tyler, what's your prediction?
I'm also going to go with a split. I feel like that's positive.
Oh, real predictable, dude.
Oh, real predictable.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't say that to Coley.
I was the first one to say it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't wait to hear Jared's bold take after mine. But what I will say, I think Garrett Whitlock looks really good in his first start of the season. The Red Sox tee off on Shane McClanahan, or on Fleming, excuse me. I think they'll hit McClanahan as well, but I think Jeffrey Springs ends up beating them. So I'll meet you in the middle. I'll give you a split.
It's hard to say without knowing if Adam Duvall is going to be in the lineup or not. If Adam Duvall is in the lineup, which he's probably not going to be, then I'll say 3 out of 4. I'll say 3 out of 4 with Duvall. And I'll say a split without Duvall.
Oh, so predictable.
Yeah, but I at least gave a caveat.
You're the
I gave a
third person.
caveat.
You're the third person.
I gave a
fucking
caveat.
said it.
I said 3 out of 4. I said 3 out of 4.
Yeah, you know Duvall's dead, so stop acting like he's not.
I don't know that. I have no
He's
idea. I have
fucking
no idea.
dead.
He could be in the lineup tomorrow.
Is Duvall an upgrade or a downgrade from Bob? Or is Bob and Duvall playing?
I say you put both in the lineup if you can.
Jared Carrabis says bench Kiké Hernandez for making 5 errors at shortstop.
You could bench Turner.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Put
whoa.
Bob at first. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. You could.
Clownery here.
Nope. It's in 212.
What is Bob hitting? 0.
Let's see. What's he hitting? Probably hitting like 345. For the Red Sox? You really you think I'm gonna make it up? I see you. I can hear you.
I don't trust your ass.
He's hitting 300 with 1,000 OPS. 1,000. 1,000.
Juice balls.
1,000. I want him at short all 4.
I hope we lose every game. If that happens, I want us to lose every game.
No, I need him short and then closing it down every night.
Yeah.
So you're done with Jansen?
Verdugo too. Verdugo can pitch.
You can't.
I mean, listen. You want to talk about roster spots? Let's get some more shortstops on this team.
You're not well.
I'm fine, dude. All 4 games. Bobby Dalbec, the shortstop, batting cleanup, closing it out. 1,000 OPS.
Is he already
Hitting
his MVP?
300. Bobby Dalbec is back. He can play first base. He can play shortstop. He can play. Hit me one more time. He can play third base. He can play the outfield. He's the fastest guy on the team.
He is.
He has goggles.
He could fucking catch if he wanted to, Tyler. Respect your cleanup hitter. He is the lefty assassin.
Kill me.
He's the pride of Arizona.
Please kill me.
It's Bobby Dalbec. And he's back. And he's back big.
Why do you hate? Why do you pick these guys, Jared? It's Bobby Dalbec. It's Caleb Orr. It's just the you attract.
Don't
you
love
attract.
Bob.
Don't do that.
I'm lumping them in together.
That's
At
ridiculous.
least Caleb
do
Orr
that.
made the opening day roster. Okay, at least Caleb
Bobby
Orr.
Dalbec was literally the best offensive player in the American League for an entire half of a season.
Yeah, 2 years ago. You know what I was doing 2 years ago?
What?
Different stuff than I'm doing right now.
He knew at least 2 fruits then.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, who's shown more as a member of the Boston Red Sox?
Yeah.
Bobby Dalbec or Trevor
Okay.
Story. Right.
I mean, Bobby Dalbec played for a playoff team.
These are just the facts.
I don't like this.
Dalbec's
I'm
a
not
better
standing for this
shortstop
conversation.
than Trevor Story. We're
No.
all in agreement. We're all in
Not
agreement.
me. Do not include me in this.
The numbers speak for themselves.
They do.
That's just a fact. Bob has tasted October with the Boston Red Sox.
He drove the ship to October.
We don't get there without Bob in 21. Suck on that, dude.
At least he has you.
Yeah, he does.
Everybody needs a fan.
I just call it like I see it. I just call it like I see it.
Clearly.
He's kind of a lot like Kiké. Like we tried Bob at first, and that's when he was like dropping pop flies and doing all that stuff. He's clearly a shortstop.
That's true. That Bob needs to. You got to let Bob run.
Mm-hmm.
He's fast, and now that you've banned the shift, now he can flex that range. At first base, there's only many places you can go. Where the fuck you going?
Right.
You're the first baseman.
Will
Shortstop,
Bob?
he can run wild out there, Tyler.
Will Bob be the fastest player on the Red Sox?
Comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
76 percentile sprint speed last year.
He's the fastest guy on the team.
He was the fastest, like in terms of first to third, like every year he was on the team, like by a lot.
He's a gazelle.
And right
All
now
right, Bob.
it's Connor Wong, so I think he's faster than Wong.
Steal me a bag, baby.
I mean, he's a shortstop. He's going to be doing it all.
Mm-hmm. I can't fucking wait to see him out there. I can't wait.
You have done this.
That first highlight reel play that he makes at shortstop, I'm tagging you in it.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I will block you on Twitter if you tag me. I'm gonna
You
you stupid fucking
ass.
idiot.
Yeah.
Just wait. Just wait,
Yeah.
Jared. Just wait.
Wait for what? Wait for what?
When he fucking boots a ball or finds a way to do something bad from the bench.
Again,
How many times have you
from the
seen him
bench.
boot a ball at shortstop?
he might fuck up on the bench just sitting there. And I will be the one to cut it and tag you in it.
I asked you a question.
What was it?
How many times have you seen him boot a ball at shortstop?
I've yet to see that yet.
I mean, Tyler!
It was spring training.
Tyler! I don't think you can say shit about Bob the shortstop.
Fuck Bobby
Because
Dalbec.
you've never in your life seen him boot a ball at shortstop. You stupid asshole. All 4 games. All 4 games. Bob the shortstop coming to a fucking
Again.
AstroTurf near you.
No.
One more
No.
time. One more
I
time.
can't do this anymore.
Bobby Dalbec is going to be your 2023 Boston Red Sox shortstop. Number 6 on your scorecard, you fucking loser, Bobby Dalbec.
Not the number he
He's
was.
going to pick it from the back. He's going to scoop it on the left. This guy is an all-star. You know what?
One more.
I can't wait to see it. One more time. I'm going to be in Seattle when Bobby Dalbec is the starting shortstop for the American League All-Star team.
Get help.
It's not going to be Anthony Volpe. It's not going to be fucking J.P. Crawford. It's going to be Robert Dalbec for the Boston Red Sox, kid. You shitting me?
We've got, I mean, I don't know why we were ever down during this. We've got Bob Ripken Jr. coming up to play short.
Yeah.
And we've got Lil Poppy back in center. Like, what's there to be upset about?
Yep. You just got to believe, dude.
I'm believing, all right.
That's the problem. He doesn't
Are you?
believe.
I believe in different things.
He pouts a lot.
No, I've
Lot of
never
pout.
pouted in my life. Coley,
lot of
Jake,
pout.
there's no history
Jake.
of this.
Jake, how often do you think Tyler pouts on this show?
I mean, there's a long history of him pouting on the show.
A ton of examples of Tyler pouting.
He's a powder.
I'm just going to make it
Mhm.
clear. Ref Snyder in center field. Tapia platooning. Soon, hopefully, Duran a little down the line. But
Mhm.
Kiké is going to stay it short for now. We're not going Bobby Dalbec. Not yet.
How are we lusting for Duran has shown nothing as near as Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Much higher prospect pedigree. And with the new rules, am I wrong, Coley?
We're talking prospect rankings.
Why
You
don't we
said you
get
didn't want to talk
fucking
about 2 years ago.
Let's get
Oh,
fucking
I
Ryan Kalish out there. Let's get Westmoreland.
Yeah.
Let's get Westmoreland.
Ryan
What's
Kalish's
Adam
body
Stern up to?
deteriorated on him, first off. Ryan Kalish fell apart. Jaron Duran still has a chance with his new mechanics to possibly be a decent major leaguer.
Okay.
That's it. And I'm willing to take a shot on that. I believe more in Jarren Duran than I do
There's
Bob.
one prospect that you didn't name, though.
Who?
Bobby Dalbec!
Number one prospect in baseball.
Red Sox prospect Bobby Dalbec is going to be out there. He's going to be fielding grounders. He's going to be turning double plays, Tyler. He's going to be out there putting on a clinic in the infield. Inspiring baseball by your shortstop, Bobby Dalbec.
I can't wait until he turns that unassisted triple play.
Yeah. He's going to John Valentin that shit.
If he has a game here where he hits like 2 or 3 homers, I swear to God, I will die. I will die. I'll be happy, but I'll die.
You already know it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Caleb Ort closes out the game. Bob hits the game-winning homer.
No, Bob's
Literally,
also
it's-
closing
it's-
out the game.
I
What
forgot.
are you hearing?
My apologies. Caleb's setting up the 8th.
I think it's going to be one like this year when Caleb Ort records the final out of the 2023 World Series and Bobby Dalbec is the World Series MVP at shortstop. Oh man, I hope me and Coley are on the duck boats and we'll just we won't invite you. You're not invited under those circumstances.
We're on
Fuck
Bob's
you
boat.
guys.
Yeah, we're on Bob's boat with Caleb Ort.
Bob's not letting me on. There's no spot for me.
No,
You just
What?
said
Come
fuck
on.
Bobby
Are you kidding
Dalbec.
me?
All
That'd
right,
be like
well,
me
fuck
going
you
on
guys.
stories.
It's okay. Josh Winkowski's going to have me on his. We're going to be riding
No.
together with our nice mustaches.
I actually just asked him the other day. He said that kid sucks.
Oh, no.
I had to defend you. I was like, Tyler's a good kid, but like, he's like, oh man, if that's who I got in my corner, I don't know if I even want a corner.
So the guy
heard he
you
was-
shit on likes you over me.
Yes.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, he knows he's keeping it real.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
You just can't trust a yes man.
What does Delbeck
Mhm.
think of me?
Let's call him right now.
Oh, God.
Imagine.
He's like, that kid fucking sucks. Just
Have
hangs
I
up
done
the
that
phone.
before? I feel like we've done that. No.
Mm-mm.
He's been on the podcast, but I don't think we've like called him. He's probably on a fucking plane or he's asleep.
Barnes is the only player I think we've called mid-podcast.
Oh. Well, to accept the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP.
I think we needed to decide.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Did he vote? He voted.
No, you texted him for that.
He was on the plane, right? Or whatever?
No. Yeah, but he came on after. We called him and he voted for the MVP. He was like the deciding vote.
Yeah.
He picked whatever I didn't pick. That's all I know.
Yeah, 'cause he fucking hates you.
The whole team just absolutely despises me. I am the worst.
Do any players follow you on Twitter, Tyler?
Minor leaguers, but none of the
Who?
I believe Roman Anthony follows me. There's a couple of them. I don't know them off the top of my head.
So obviously nobody good then. If you can't
Don't
remember their
disrespect Roman Anthony like that. Please watch your mouth.
names. Saying after the fact.
What do you mean after what fact? Hey,
Like you named Roman Anthony. I'm saying, is there another player besides that? And you can't name anybody.
there is. They just don't come to mind. You know,
Okay.
you know how it gets. You forget over time. But I will say there's a very important person that follows me.
You're gonna say my mom?
No, she does follow me though.
Yeah, but
Alex Cora follows me.
Oh yeah.
You gonna disrespect Alex Cora?
No.
All right then.
Oh, I love Alex Cora.
Put some respect on my name.
I do. I respect you a lot. Is Coley frozen?
Yeah, Coley's dead.
Damn. Maybe his laptop died. Yeah, he's gone. I bet you his laptop died. Well, I think it's been a good podcast.
I'm happy we had Coley here. It made the pain of today a little bit easier.
Yeah. I mean, there should be no pain yet. We don't know anything about Adam Duvall's situation.
The scoop shop's much different than the real world.
That is true. But again, I don't.
Nothing's
I don't even like
confirmed. Yeah.
I don't like to talk about the scoop shop because then it turns into Twitter reports and then things get attached to us that don't always end up being the truth. That doesn't mean we didn't hear it.
I want to wake up tomorrow to good news. That's all I know.
You won't.
I get to wake up to Bobby Dalbec on the bench.
That's shortstop.
Please no.
Jake's takes?
I just can't stop thinking about all the idiots who've walked into Stop and Shop and bought 24 tangerines, not knowing if that they just snagged one more Reen, they would have saved $2.50. It's just brutal.
That is terrible. That is terrible because you know that like if it's a guy, they're coming home just getting screamed at by their expert coupon wife, being like, "How didn't you know about the Section 10 promo code to get 10 cents off each one of your Reens once you purchase at least 5 pounds of tangerines at Stop?" Oh,
Holy shit. Coley made it back.
He did.
That's horrifying.
What happened? Did your laptop die?
No, all my power went out.
That's main life for you.
Very scary. Very scary.
Final thoughts. I owe Coley's daughter the second half of her birthday present still.
No, it's okay.
No, so it is not okay. So I went to Coley's daughter's birthday party and I got her this big Prince. Like I basically wanted to get her a gift that would just make Coley's living space the most inconvenient thing. So I got her this gigantic princess ball pit and it's got like 3 different compartments. There's like 2 castles and then also a ball pit. And the balls were not included for some reason. Like you have to buy the balls separately. So I'm going to buy like an industrial size, like Chuck E. Cheese supply of ball pit balls and send them to Coley's house in Maine so that you can get the ball pit going.
Damn, lost power again. Must be tough.
Either that or he doesn't want to be living the ball pit life.
Try not to. Oh, wait.
No.
Power's flashing.
Oh, there you go. You're back. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll be sending the ball pit balls.
No. We're going to set that up at your house.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, you can if you want to. But yeah, no, I'll send them over.
They're good right where they are.
No, I think I should send them.
No.
Just gonna be like a refrigerator size box showing up at Coley's front door.
That weighs 7 total pounds.
Yeah. Tyler, any final thoughts here?
I'm praying for Adam Duvall.
Okay. Coley, final thoughts?
I'm praying against Tyler's prayers because that way we can have shortstop Bob.
Mm-hmm. We need shortstop Bob.
Fuck shortstop Bob.
Bob stop.
My final.
Unless it's an
Bob
emergency.
stop.
If it's an emergency, shortstop Bob can come in.
Hashtag Bob stop. I can't wait.
You guys are speaking this into existence. Stop it.
I'm gonna put it this way: if this catches on, like if we've got to go Bob at short for any amount of time, we're printing Bob stop shirts.
I'm wearing a Bobby Dalbec t-shirt right now.
What?
See that?
No, I don't.
Tower Power Bob.
Who the fuck made that?
Swing Juice.
Juice?
Yeah, that gave out. Swing Juice. Shout out Dakota.
Okay. It's definitely not a Bob stop shirt though.
No.
So
No.
This is from 2021 Bobby Dalbec.
So I'm
Do you have any Bobby Dalbec merch, Jared?
he gave me his batting gloves and his bat.
Doesn't count. That's not merch. That's merch.
That counts.
Nope. Fake fan.
How's that a fake fan? I have Bobby Dalbec game worn batting gloves and a Bobby Dalbec game used bat.
But do you have the fan stuff? Do you have the, you could wear this to
I
a
think
game.
it's way cooler to have. What would you rather have? A fucking Light Tower dickhead shirt or a fucking Bobby Dalbec batting gloves and game used bat?
I don't want any game used stuff from Bobby Dalbec.
If you're a Bobby Dalbec fan, what would you rather have?
The cool shirt, the cool Tower Power shirt.
No, you're an idiot. This is why you're dumb.
I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. This is a nice shirt.
Smart people never have to say that.
Plenty of smart people say that.
Ask Jake. Jake, if you were a diehard Bobby Dalbec fan, would you rather have Tyler's dumb fucking shirt or
cool
game used batting gloves and a game used bat?
Look at it.
Give me the gloves and the bat 100
That's what I'm
times.
saying.
Fuck you guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Let's throw this into the mix. What if there was a third thing and it was a shirt that said #BobStop?
Oh my God, I would fucking love that shirt. I would love a BobStop shirt. I would put it on with my Bobby Dalbec batting gloves and I would start swinging my Bobby Dalbec game used bat. All while sitting in my living room watching Bobby Dalbec, the starting shortstop of the Boston Red Sox. We'll see you after this 4-game series in Tampa. One more time, we'll see you after this 4-game series in Tampa, where your starting shortstop, Bobby Dalbec, is out there for all 4 fucking games. Tyler, suck on it. Suck on it. Tyler. Let's go, BobStop.
Buenas noches, amigos.